Hey, what's going on? I'm back on. I was having some technical difficulties, but we're back on. You're on with Big J. Let's talk. I start to see people come in. Come on in. Let's talk tonight. I have some very interesting information that we need to talk about, but we're back on. So you know what? Come on back in. Let's talk. Everybody, let's talk. We're doing what everybody else is doing. We're sharing good news. Tonight I still want to talk about something that no one is talking about, and I believe that new media, is hiding, and we don't want to hide it because we want to look at the true value of LaMelo Ball, and I want to show you another reason why he's Rookie of the Year. All right, so tonight I want to talk. I'm waiting for tomorrow to see what the trade deadlines look like because I definitely want to see who was traded, who got traded, what happened. So I'll be up all night looking at the wire ticker just to see what happened. So stay tuned because if anything goes down, it might go down now. I'm going to make sure that I do a video or do a stream so you know who's been traded or what's happening. All right. So we're going to wait for people to come on in because we want to talk about what's going on in the news, talk about what's going on, the narrative within the NBA and all sports. I'm excited because Dodger baseball is back. I do want to talk about the Rams, and I do want to talk about what's going on with Jared Goff. That's one of the things that I have an issue with. That Sean McVay, after only 3 years, is trying to give Jared Goff the boot. After an amazing relationship that they had, and I'm coming back to LaMelo Ball. After an amazing relationship that they had, after a Super Bowl and playoff losses, McVay is tired of Goff. He doesn't want him anymore because he's making him look bad as a coach. But they had a stellar relationship at first, and now that relationship is changing. All right. So tonight we want to talk about LaMelo Ball, but I'm going to talk about a couple of other subjects till we get there. But like I said, Jared Goff, he's in trouble. They tried to trade him and no one wanted him yet. So we're going to see what's happening. I'm concerned also about Jalen Hurst with the Eagles because I want to see what's going to happen there because they're trying to get another quarterback after drafting him in the second round last year. And in my opinion, the games that he played was not his fault to where they lost. I believe he was set up to lose because James Borrego reminded me of the Eagles coach to where it was all about Carson Wentz. And he was having such problems benching him, just like James Borrego had problems benching Tebe. So I'm going to call the young man by his name. I'm sorry. Devontae Graham. He had problems putting him on the bench, but you see it worked out when he did it. And it worked out for the Eagles when they put Carson Wentz on the bench. So I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to start studying that and see what's going to happen there. But again, I'm excited just to see what's going to go on with the NBA trades. Today is the 24th. Tomorrow is the deadline. Who will pull the trigger if they haven't already did it? I know that Lonzo Ball teams, New York was looking at him. I know Chicago was looking at him, but I don't believe as of yet, as of 8:30, no one has pulled the trigger yet. All right, so we want to see what's going to happen when that happens. All right, we want to see what's going to go down. I have an article that I want to read tonight, and I've been doing a couple of videos lately to show the value of LaMelo Ball and what he really brings to any sport, any game that he will play, and that's the marketing aspect because he's just like MJ. What do I mean? He brings a certain level of a partnership to the NBA like MJ did. A lot of individuals, because they're very young, don't know MJ outside the game on the court. MJ was never paid the dollar amount in which he deserved. His money came from endorsements. One day, LaMelo Ball, his money won't come from the NBA. His money will come from endorsements very soon, which he will capitalize on because he's going to make far more money than any team could ever pay him. That's the thing he wants. He wants to be in a great market. Now, I don't know if Charlotte is a great market. MJ should know this better than anybody. When you have a star or a guy who's a superstar within a league, you want to make sure that he's in a city to where he's marketable. You want to be sure that he's going to be paid what he's worth. And LaMelo Ball is going to be that type of player. He's going to have to be in a city to where he's marketable and receive those things that he needs. Remember, Phil Knight paid Michael Jordan what he was worth. All right. So what am I saying? LaMelo Ball has created something around him that makes him valuable. And that's what I'm going to talk about in a minute. I read an article from Australia about the numbers with LaMelo Ball. And I want to talk about when LaMelo Ball was in Australia, not only was he drawing fans based on his basketball ability, he was also drawing fans, corporate and family types, based on his marketing ability. I don't know if you know this or not. Um, LaMelo Ball and his aspect of social media changed the narrative in Australia to where NBL games, which were never really on social media, they start drawing over 2.6 million viewers just on Facebook alone. That is the value and the credibility of the name LaMelo Ball. And I'm telling you, if you watch James Burrell's last interview, he said a few words. We're really gonna miss LaMelo. Watch what he says again. We're really gonna miss LaMelo. Why? Because coming from the top down, he's starting to understand that it's more than basketball. That LaMelo Ball is a marketing tool. And for any team that has him, that's why I'm saying again, like Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan never made money from DeAndre. I can't think of his name. I know it's Jerry something with Chicago. But what he did, he made money from what? Endorsements. And that's what LaMelo Ball is going to have the opportunity to do, make money from endorsements. So what am I saying? You and I have only seen the creative ability of this young man and his entertainment aspect as far as the NBA this year. Now watch this. I said it earlier in one of my other videos. LaMelo Ball has such an effect on the game and the corporate understanding. I keep getting these emails from NBA League Pass because I cancel my League Pass, and they've never done this. You know what they're saying? What can we do to bring you back? What can we do? So I'm telling you, when I heard Jalen Rose and other individuals who are up there say that they're going to cancel their league pass because now it's boring without no LaMelo, do you see how he affects marketability, not just the game of basketball? Let me share with you this article that I read, and it's from last year. It will blow you away. Now, watch this. What got me here is going to talk about the value of LaMelo Ball. And if you see here with all social media in Australia, they were never at this level. Now, they're not talking about RJ Hampton. They're talking about LaMelo Ball. What are they saying? The numbers of social media for Australia rose 2.6 million viewers or followers because of LaMelo Ball. Are you getting it? This kid is changing the narrative of sports and marketing. We're going back to the era of Michael Jordan. And that's what individuals are not seeing. He's bringing back the same thing. The narrative is changing again. Why? Because the sports, not just basketball in his hands, but LaMelo Ball has made the NBA marketable again. Look at that. I'm going to let you read it. He's made it marketable again. So now this is why they wanted him in the All-Star game, in the rookie challenge. This is why. Now watch this. It even said that Michael Jordan is not selling LaMelo's merchandise on purpose. You know why? Because it will sell for itself. MJ doesn't have to sell it. That's one thing he understands. Trust me, the league is suffering now. Why are they suffering? Because you have a young man. It was not just about basketball. It was about the economics of the sports. Trust me, if Charlotte has luxury boxes and they were about to start allowing the fans back, the link is in the room if anyone wants to come on. Just make sure that you come on in your well, you can come on in with your video, it's fine. But watch this. What they had to do was shift the narrative to try to make the Hornets fun to watch. Now watch this. The other night they beat San Antonio. Yes, it was a good game strategically, X's and O's. But when it came to the game against the Hornets, the game was relatively boring. Why? Because we've been used to seeing a young man drop dimes. We've been seeing flashy passes. We've been seeing a young man dance with the basketball. What am I saying? LaMelo Ball makes the game exciting. He makes the game fun. He makes all those around him laugh, smile. He's infectious. So what am I saying? If you look at that again, I'm going to show you. When he went to Australia, everything changed. The fans came back. Fans were excited. Kids were excited. It's the same thing now in the NBA. And when he got hurt, and I heard Jalen Rose say, man, Charlotte Hornets are boring. I'm going to cancel my NBA League Pass. I'm not saying they're boring. They're playing great basketball. But what I am saying, they're not entertaining. When Magic Johnson, the 5-time NBA champion, said it himself when out in a tweet, Magic said, you know what? I love watching the Charlotte Hornets play. And when he said, he diverted, he said, LaMelo Ball is the rookie of the year. In other words, if I can interpret, they are exciting because they have the rookie of the year in LaMelo Ball. You got it? So that's what he said. They are exciting because they have the rookie of the year, LaMelo Ball. So what am I saying? The NBA will suffer when you have a great player who's an entertainer. Watch this. Not just a great player. See, Magic, Bird were great players, but they weren't entertainers. Yes, Magic was Showtime, but LaMelo is not just Showtime. He's all the time, to where you have to watch him all throughout the game because you don't know what dime he's going to drop. That's what they said. Watch this. The player says your head has to be on a swivel because with being on the floor with LaMelo, you never know when the ball is coming and you never know where it's coming from. So what am I saying? This kid has changed the game. He's changed the game. Now to the second part of our narrative tonight. We don't want him to come back too early. From what I'm hearing, individuals are saying that LaMelo Ball is considering coming back in about 4 to 5 to 6 weeks, and he should be back by the playoffs. What do you think? There's no way I feel he should come back right away. I just don't see that, and I don't think so. I don't think he should come back right away. I'm looking at the ticker at the same time, the NBA trade ticker at the same time as I'm talking, because I want to see who will be traded and what happens. Excuse me. All right. So what we want to do is we want to make sure to give you a chance to ask questions or become part of the narrative tonight through the link in the room. Okay. So if you ever did it before, if you haven't, here's your opportunity to come on live and talk with us as the fans base grows tonight while we're live. It usually takes a minute for people around everywhere just to jump on the stream. So we're going to keep talking till that happens. But here's your opportunity. I think sometimes people are scared. I'm not doing that. I'm not getting on there. And you know what? It's your opportunity. It's the chance. All right. Nothing, the word chance is just an opportunity. That's what chance stands for. Is defined as an opportunity. So here's your opportunity. What I don't know is for you to come on and help us. Okay, so again, as I showed you, LaMelo Ball is so different. So different. And when they say, and listen, when I hear them say, the media says that Lonzo doesn't have the same passion or aggression as LaMelo. I don't believe that. They're cut from the same cloth. But what I believe LaMelo has is LaMelo has. Oh, someone wants to connect. Hold on. All right. Try it again for me, please. LaMelo has. I got somebody trying to come on. One more time for me, please. Add to stream. There we go. Not that one. Try to come on back in. LaMelo has the ability to try to become an entertainer while he's playing. That's why he's always laughing, because he understands. That's why he say, man, I love when the fans are there. Try to come back in the stream. Anyone who wants to be in the stream, just click that log in and come back in. I just have to make sure I see you. But yeah, exactly. LaMelo saying, you know what, man, I want to not only play great basketball, but I want to entertain you. I want you to become a part of my next pass. I want you to become a part of my next assist. This is why people are like, you know what, man, I'm not going to watch it if there's no LaMelo. I need LaMelo to watch it. All right. So I want to divert for a minute and talk about LeBron James. The Lakers spent a lot of money. They spent a lot of money. Anthony Davis, LeBron James. Do you think that the Lakers will not go deep in the playoffs if LeBron is not back? If AD is not back? The Lakers spent a lot of money. What say you? Do you think they will be at a position or a position of halt where they don't go deep in the playoffs if LeBron is not back? If that's the case, what did they spend all that money for? They have a very deep team. So I shouldn't see any problems. Okay, but let's talk again about the dynamics or the economics of LaMelo Ball. All right, because I know right now there's a lot going on, a lot of streams because individuals are trying to stay up with the trades. So if we don't get more people coming on in a minute, we're going to go ahead and shut it down to later on tonight. All right. But we appreciate you as usual. And we're not going to take the stream down. We'll leave the stream up because we were taking them down. But what we'll do, we'll leave the stream up because and I know this because we're a new channel, but we're growing fast and rapidly. So what I'm learning now is just to leave it that. Hey, now,
what's up? How you doing?
I'm doing good, man. And yourself?
Yeah, I'm chilling. Just having a good day. Yeah.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, man. What's going on with you?
Nothing. I've just been bored. I don't even know I got my league pass no more. It's not even fun without Melo.
Right.
Yeah. Because I'll be watching. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm ready for him to come back, but I want him to get stronger, get some more height on him, you know?
Right.
Because like the speed and strength and like versatility he has, he can do way more.
Right.
Because like Jay be holding him back. Like he doesn't let him create his own shot, let him leave him in for like important stretches. Like he's scared to let loose.
Right. What do you think about LaMelo's game overall?
I think he could have the talent to be like, I mean, don't crucify me for saying this, but I think he could be the greatest of all time. Like honestly, in a long-term standpoint, like if he gets like, you know, like stronger, get some more hops on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because he could do so much, and you could tell like there's certain games where he could have just been dropping 30, but he's been held back a little bit.
Right. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's cool.
No, when you see LaMelo Ball, what do you see?
I see a lot of players. Like I see a little bit like Magic Johnson.
Right.
I never really grew up watching like Penny Hardaway like that, but I mean, I heard he was pretty good.
Right.
Some of that. I don't know. He's so many players in one. It's ridiculous. Like it's not even.
Have you looked at the economic of LaMelo Ball's game? What he brings to everything from a financial perspective?
Yeah, I heard the Hornets ratings went down 75%.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Nah, them ball players don't play.
Yeah, because what happens is this. In Australia, when he was over there, Australia didn't have a great Facebook following. And they didn't have great fan following on social media. With LaMelo Ball, everything increased by 2.6 million followers. People around the world were staying up watching him play 2-3 o'clock in the morning. I was one of them. So what am I saying? He brings a different dynamic and narrative to the game of sports. Yeah. And that's what they did. Michael Jordan, watch this. I don't know how old you are, so you might be the right age because I say no kids. But watch this. During the age of Magic Johnson and Larry Bird, you ever remember the sports arenas? With those sports arenas, there were no luxury boxes. You remember that?
Yeah.
It's a great game for the family and to enjoy and to have fun. When Michael Jordan came, now we have what? Luxury boxes. Do you know if LaMelo Ball is not there and does not come back, Charlotte, once the fans come back, the stadium will be empty and no one will purchase those luxury boxes? That was a lot of people are just talking about the basketball game, but it was a greater dynamic behind that. From a corporate perspective, they were looking to sell those luxury boxes out, and corporations would have meetings there. Why? Because LaMelo Ball.
Yeah,
I don't have a problem.
Yeah. No, I was just saying. That's why I just thought it was dumb for the way that they were treating him like this. Because if you see how much money he could generate, like I think Charlotte still fumbled the bag because they could have done way more if they just built around him. Like, could you imagine what his numbers would be if he was starting day one?
Yeah,
like he was dropping 20 as a starter. If they like, and then like even when he's starting, he has to do with all this other stuff. Like JB love with his Tave, you know, trying to give him all the minutes. Yeah, but the surprising thing with that is if you watch like the game, like the box score, Devontae wasn't in for that long. Weird. No, but
you're right. But the thing is this: when it came to LaMelo, for some reason, JB wanted to stop his game. He was doing. Watch this. We saw no more Airbnb. We didn't see any more Airbnb. There were no lobs. There were no dimes. There were no more passes. It's like he purposely wanted to take that away for some reason.
Yeah, that's just flat out jealousy sometimes, though.
And LaMelo being a great young man, influenced by his father, very respectful. Come on, I'll take 7 points, but I'll drop 10 assists.
Yeah.
But we're like, man, we want to see 30 points.
Right.
Yeah. So no, that's the thing.
That's what I was just saying. It was like that's kind of how it is with that pop tree. Because I remember I only watched them when they was playing in the finals against LeBron when I was younger. But you know, it's kind of always seemed like he and from what I've heard, he always had the system where no one outshines my system. Like it's all about the Greg Pop system. Like even though he had Tim Duncan, I'd say like even Tim Duncan, he would let outshine him. He wasn't like super flashy. He wasn't like this big superstar. So JB grew up under that, and he's saying, "How am I going to be able to put LaMelo Ball into my system? Ain't no way I can fit that with LeVar, like Triple B. Like he's too big for this, and he's in over his head with that."
But you know, there's a problem. There's a problem with that. And I'll tell you what the problem is. If you go back and look at it, right? You have Michael Jordan, who is the owner or majority owner of the Hornets, right? But then you have Michael Jordan, who was the best player of all times. And this is my question I ask, because LaMelo will be a superstar. Could JB had a coach Michael Jordan? Because if he couldn't, how is he coaching LaMelo? That's a big question.
Yeah, because and also another thing that always had me weirded out is because you see JB throws games at times and does stupid things like this, and I'm like, how is Michael Jordan, from like knowing what we know of him in The Last Dance and everything we've seen, how is he okay with a coach just moving like that?
And that's my point. That's my point. Because the thing is like this: how can this man coach an all-star, and he's never been around all-stars? He was an assistant. First of all, he was a film guy. But if he could have never coached Michael Jordan, I don't think Mike has a good hold of the team, because he knew he even got his coach fired.
Yeah.
And brung Phil Jackson in. So just like Kobe did, Kobe and Shaq did too. And brung Phil, they got Del Harris fired and brung Phil Jackson in. So if that is the case, what is LaMelo going to have to do to get Mike to see? You would have never allowed him to coach you. Why me?
That's true.
I always ask people that. How is it that the case? Unless Mike doesn't see LaMelo as a franchise player.
Yeah. Because you know what I think? Oh, sorry. No, you go ahead.
No, I got you.
Yeah, I was just saying, like, it sounds a little conspiracy theory-ish. I'm not like attacking his character, but if you look at this, right? You got a man, like a kid whose dad was talking all this stuff like, oh, I'm better than Jordan. Oh, this, and that. My kids are going to be better than him. Talking all that stuff. And then you see this player, and I bet they underestimated how good he was going to be.
Right.
So they're just like, we already have 2 guards, but we'll draft him anyway. And then when they have that message, like I was thinking he could have pulled him from Golden State. Maybe they were going to get him. He's just like, oh, no, I want LaMelo. So then you have that, and they get Melo, and then they say, like, okay, we're not going to give you whatever minutes you're going to get. You're going to have to earn this, and that. Wow. They were trying to blackball him, snatch it from everything.
Exactly. But it turned on him. It turned because they saw him play 12 games, and there was no way they would figured he can go 70. but he turned the entire narrative around on him.
All right.
That's why MJ showed up to that one game like, oh, and they're telling MJ, you got a superstar, you got a stud, man, you better get out there. So then he shows up. I'm telling you, man, this has been a whole circus. But for some reason in this country, man, we love a circus. You know, everybody. I was listening to Jalen Rose saying it's boring, man. I'm gonna cancel my league pass. Everybody's saying that. And like I'm saying, the NBA league pass keep emailing me. Why did you go? It's just something that we can do. No, man, LaMelo's not there.
Right.
Yeah. And let me ask you a question. Do you think he should come back early?
I don't know. It's a thing where it's like I don't think he should, but knowing his personality, he probably would.
Right.
Like they said, he would have played left-handed if he could.
Right. See, that's the thing that scares me. What if he suffers another injury because he can't play slow? He can't play slow, and that's what scares me.
Sorry.
Oh, go ahead.
I'm sorry. My audio was just trash. Like my Wi-Fi, the timing be off a little bit. So
that's all right. Go ahead.
Nah, but I was just saying, what I think is that, like, I mean, he should just like focus on training. He might do that, but they might put him on minutes restriction, like what they did with Zion. Yeah, so he doesn't risk hurting himself like that.
Right. Yeah, but like I said, I think that what needs to happen, man, is that they need to give him, like JJ said, he'll come back bigger, stronger, and faster. Just leave him out. There's nothing to gain. Just leave him out. To me, he's rookie of the year already. You can't change that. To me, he's a rookie of the year already. He did it. He solidified it. He locked it in just based on his play for those 30 games or however many games he played. Yeah. And what do you think about LiAngelo Russell's statements?
He a punk. I don't like the same word for real. Like, how are you just gonna go ahead and say that? Nah, I think he's salty because like Lonzo took his job at the Lakers, which he really did. He destroyed the locker room already. They're trying to ship him out. But I guess he felt his to that, so he was gonna take shot at his little brother, who's probably jealous, has all this clout and fame, while he can't stick to a team for like 3 years. So.
Yeah, something's wrong with him, man. He talks too much. When I heard that, I'm like, he still hadn't learned. That thing between him and Nick, he still hasn't learned. You know? And now when he did that, I'm like, oh man, you just devalued yourself. You just dropped it.
Yeah, he did.
What do you think should go on with Lonzo?
Lonzo, I always hear talks about the Clippers. I think he would fit good there.
Right.
But I don't know. Because like I heard talks about the Knicks. I heard talks about the Bulls. The Bulls look like they need him.
Right.
But I don't know. I think the best place would be the Clippers, but yeah, because they got Kawhi and PG, and it's an actual contending team. I at least want Lonzo to get a ring, at least.
And he needs to be with a team where he can run. You're right.
Right, exactly. Run the floor, like bring a lot of speed to the game, be able to facilitate for other people. Because you can tell, you look like Kawhi don't want to be a point forward the whole time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So no, I feel the same way, but I would love to see him in Zach LaVine. I would love to see that.
That's one of my favorites.
Those are two UCLA brothers.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, Zach LaVine went to UCLA also. A couple of years before Lonzo. I think he's only 25. Yeah, so that would be a run and go, same thing. Yeah, man. But I don't want to see LaMelo come back too early, man. I don't want to see him suffering injury.
Oh, nah. I mean, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think like if he comes back, like I want a lot of stuff to change for him because I mean, you know, he's a rookie, so the refs don't be giving him calls for some reason. And I think like if he comes back, the league probably gonna have a conversation because it looks like a lot of the times these refs can control the game the way that they call it.
Man.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, they like, oh, you're gonna stop playing with Melo because he's bringing us too much money.
Yeah, exactly. That will definitely change because he fought for calls all year. He couldn't get a call, man, no matter what. And we all saw him being victimized in the lane. Yeah. Every time he went to the lane, he got hit. Yeah. I'm not talking about just little guys. I'm talking about guys 240, 250, just laying him out. I seen him run into Lopez one night. Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, so I don't know, man, but I hope he takes his time, gets better, gets stronger, as JJ said, does what he needs to do to come back and just be a dog. Just come back, man, and let nobody stand in his way, which he already wasn't doing, but have a man body to do it. So when he goes to the lane, they can feel him instead of him feeling them.
Yeah.
And when go ahead.
No, I was just thinking that the rough thing about this season is because the player's gonna have to play more games every week, you know.
Right.
So because it's a condensed schedule, so now you really risking a lot of injury for no fans to be in the audience. It's hard to pull off of anybody. So I think this can help a lot of these rookies. So when even though it's not a good thing that they came in such a rough way, that once they when things become normal again and open up, they're gonna be dogs, for real, you know. And that's gonna be scary seeing Melo play with a crowd, because you already know how they love playing with crowds, like them ball boys. So
the Hornets have a center on the bench. They won't play. You know who he is?
Vernon Carey.
Yes. Why won't they play him?
Cause it's the whole pop thing. We don't play rookies.
Wow.
Or it's the old school, old head stuff.
They were blowing somebody out, put the young man in. Somebody said, Robert Ponder Jr. LeVar created a killer for real. That's right, Robert. He did. Yeah. He did. Yeah. Oh, that's right. That's because they're trying to target LeVar. I talked about that, Robert, yesterday in one of my my videos. I talked about Good Will Hunting. I don't know if either of you saw that movie, but LeVar made sure that his kids were not around individuals that could destroy their future. He made sure that he was the on-hand father, not for the boys, his boys only, but for everyone. And with that no one can control LaMelo's narrative, and they hate it. They hate that they can't be the Robin Williams and Lonzo and LaMelo's life. They can't stand it.
Right.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. When it came to the Lakers game against LeBron James, for some reason they created two narratives. One, they said LaMelo disrespected LeBron just to make media hype, and that never happened. Number two is they had brung LeVar back out from alienating him. All of a sudden, they want him to talk. Then they take a narrative and say he's still negative.
Yeah.
You know?
Nah, they trying to grasp at straws. They trying to make him look bad because they scared of what LeVar can do.
Right.
He's a black father who's there for his kids and starts his own business. He tried to make his own competitive league, you know?
Exactly.
So they looking at it like, whoa. What you trying to do? So they try to paint him as, oh, he's a bad dad. Oh, his kid's scared of him. Oh, he's crazy.
Right.
You know, like everything he's saying, he's taking seriously.
Right.
Even though he's just joking. Yeah.
But see, what we have to understand as individuals, and I said it like this yesterday, when it comes to certain kids and some people, there is a group that don't want to really see you successful when it comes to the economics of sports, but they need to control your dollar. It's more than basketball. And what they want to do, they want to control the dollar. And the only way they can control the dollar, they have to get the dad out the way who controls Triple B. And he said no one will ever control that.
Right. Yeah.
So that's what goes on.
Yeah. And it's crazy how they be trying to say, oh, he's manipulating his kids and trying to take money from him. No, he's just trying to stop you from manipulating his kids and taking money from him. Wow. You know, because you see all these athletes, they generate a lot of money, but a lot of them is taken by the companies, like the shoe companies, and they give them crumbs, which they don't know, you know, because they weren't taught that. So, you know.
And the thing is, like LaMelo said, man, I don't spend my NBA money.
Right.
They didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear that. I don't spend my NBA money. When he purchased Cam Newton's condo, that blew him out the water. When he said, well, I'm coming to Charlotte, the first thing I'm going to do, JJ and myself, we're going to look to buy some property. Then we're going down to Houston and start our own AAU league. They were blown out the water. Or he's hanging out at Mikey's games, who he's trying to help promote him, Mikey Williams. So at the same time he's promoting himself, he's promoting another young man.
Right.
You understand? In other words, we're going to do this thing right this time. Not only are we going to bring our family and we're going to bring other people to make sure that their narrative is right. And whether, watch this, because you never see Mikey's dad. So guess what? Somewhere along the line, LaMelo at 19 said, man, I'm going to be your friend dad to make sure you never get screwed. It's a trip, man. It's a trip, man. It's a trip. And see, that's what no one wants. Like right now, the biggest thing in the world is what? YouTube. Because YouTube is the next TV, not the next TV. It's TV right now. People are creating accounts just to come on because the narrative suggests that there's no one else can be in control of us but ourselves.
Right.
It's decentralized. In other words, we don't have to go through the FCC, but we still have to create things that are right. And that's what people want. People right now, no matter who you are, what you are, they have kids 6 to 7, 8 years old, have millions of followers. They're changing their lives. So what you do, YouTube is doing. You even have guys now who's on regular media, and guess who they study? The shows like this.
Yeah,
because they get to hear you, they get to see Robert in the room, and these are the true fans. These are the true people. So guess what? They come back on their show. When I heard on Jalen and Jacoby, when I heard Jalen Rose say, "I'm gonna cancel my NBA league pass," I'm like, "Oh, he's on our channels." I think he took the Puma deal short term, just to throw them off. I believe that too. I believe that too. And what he's going to do, big baller brand, because there's money's coming their way now through endorsements. And what he's going to do, they're going to break out with something that's big. Trust me, LeVar ain't quiet just to be quiet.
Right.
Something is coming.
They got something in the works. I think like they could like partner Big Baller with Puma.
Right.
Something like that, yeah.
And I think that's what's already going on. That's why you haven't seen LaMelo's Define shoe and LaMelo's Define Puma clothes, because I think the narrative says that they're behind closed doors and they're putting it together.
Yeah, and also
something big is going to come out.
Definitely. And also, like, another thing that like is a major detail that a lot of people skim over is the fact that like the Charlotte Hornets forced him to change his number.
Yeah,
because you can tell. I've seen posts where he had his jersey and he'll cover up the 2 with the 1 on his own Instagram. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because his whole brand, he got it tatted on him multiple times. It's 1, you know, and he's carried that his whole life. And then, like, he's coming to Charlotte. I'm your 3rd pick. You spent $30 million on me, but you don't want to give me my jersey number. That's marketable.
Do you think he would lose? Right? Is that why Michael is not promoting it then? Because Michael's not really promoting that number 2.
He didn't want him to be big. I think he was trying to blackball him and like let him fizzle out, but he can't.
Right.
Making too much money and he's playing too good. So
who has that number? Malik Monk?
Yeah, Malik Monk. And last year he's on his last year contract.
Right.
He's on the last year of his contract, and last year he had drug issues too.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Because he's a dog, but I'm just saying, if you look at that message and you see the context, right? Somebody has all that going on with your number, and he's on the bench anyway.
Right?
Why not just give it to the your top pick?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that was big. But I have a greater question for everyone. Do we think LaMelo is going to re-sign after 4 years or 3 years?
Nah.
Okay.
The way this first year went, and you could already see, like, if LeVar had control, I think if it was up to them, then he would have already been left.
Right. What team can everyone see him with then?
The Lakers.
That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah, you're gonna make him shoot again.
And I think the Lakers are seeing that too, the way Magic Johnson is acting. Right. The way he's talking about Lonzo all of a sudden again. They want LaMelo in LA. Trust me. Jimmy Buss is silent, but they want LaMelo.
Right.
And they're gonna get Lonzo back at some time too. I don't think Lonzo's gonna sign more than a 1-year deal. That's why he wants $20 million a year.
I got another question. Sorry. What do you think is gonna happen with Jello? Because if you see all the money that these ball brothers generate, like, how are you just gonna let up like that when he was like the best scorer? He was the leading scorer in California in high school.
Because I have to, I'm way older than you guys. I have children, right? Yeah. And each child is different. Each child brings a difference to the table. There's some children who they can be let down so many times and they can't deal with it again. And what they do, they seem to back out so they don't have to deal with the thought of failure, even though they didn't fail. It's a hard thing to hear my father say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You did it for two of them, but you can't do it for me. And this is the only time that I've heard or seen LeVar fractured is when he made the comments about Detroit. Those were from his heart. Let me read what Robert wrote. He said, depends if Lonzo and LiAngelo get on the team. Okay, he might. Right. And I agree with that. But see, the Lakers already had LiAngelo in the G League for one day and cut him. So I don't know. Cold. I think LiAngelo is a great shooter, but he still hasn't proven himself yet. Remember, Lonzo proved himself at UCLA. Now, and I'm gonna justify my statement in a minute. Melo proved himself in Australia. LiAngelo didn't get a chance to prove himself at UCLA. See, to you and I, the JBA counts, but to the corporate world, the JBA doesn't count. And and the JBA was just as good because they went over to countries, the All-Stars, and they beat a lot of men, grown men. And LiAngelo was averaging 20, 30, 40 points. But they didn't look at that. And that's how they locked people out. This is what I always ask people. Why didn't LiAngelo ever get an invite to UCLA to Rico Hines' workout? LaMelo got one.
Right.
Then he was balling. I've never seen LiAngelo in the Drew League. Does anybody know if he played in the Drew League?
Nope.
Because when LaMelo did, it was nothing but hype. I was watching the Drew League games.
Yeah.
Before he went to Australia. So I think what has to happen, that's why I think LiAngelo should have took that thing overseas and just took it off. It took off and went. Just go.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking with the London Lions. I thought he should have been.
Yeah, just go.
Yeah, because like, why waste your time on a G League that like only disappoints you over and over again?
Exactly. Then he has signed. Then, you know what? I don't know. Maybe it's like this. Now we have LaMelo who has JJ. I don't know the guy's name who's with Lonzo, but he's been with them since high school. I can't think of his name. What is it? Demo, right?
Yeah.
But who have we seen with LiAngelo?
Nobody. I mean, he got one of his LeVar.
Right. Outside of that, who's with LiAngelo?
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? At one time, LeVar said he'll never make the NBA. Yeah, I don't know if anybody remembers that. Those were his words. You know what I'm saying? So, but do I think the young man can shoot? Yes. But like somebody got on my case and told me, well, you don't know what went on in Detroit. Yes, I do. As a father who used to coach high school football, baseball, I watched him in the background. I watched him stand with his arms folded. If you were one of my players and you folded your arms, we got a problem.
Yeah.
Because that means something that something you're unsure about. You know what I'm saying? And again, I believe he can ball, but there's something he's unsure about.
Yeah,
so he did play in the Drew League a few years ago. Lonzo did too. Okay, hey Rob, get on the stream, man, and tell us how he did, bro. Let me put that link in here again, because you're able to answer some stuff I don't know. That's what I want to know. Information is knowledge. Knowledge is powerful. Yeah. So I didn't know that. But see, when we saw LaMelo play in the Drew League, we saw him straight ball out.
Right.
If they wouldn't have lost the last championship game, LaMelo would have been MVP of the Drew League. So you see how everyone was supporting him.
Yeah. I think the issue like with LiAngelo is I think he kind of feels like he's stuck in these shadows. Like, you know, with the middle child syndrome.
Right.
Like, the oldest and the youngest always get all the attention and focus, and the left there.
Yeah.
You know, so I think it's just like he just wanted to do it his own way, but he don't got a lot of options left.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he wants to do it again. I don't think he wants to be let down.
Yeah, because I think he's thinking. Sorry, I was just saying. I think he was gonna think it's gonna be like Lithuania if he goes to another country again, where it's just like he doesn't know if he's gonna be the focus, get all the playing time, or he wants his brothers with him. You know, he's just gonna have to learn how to tough it out for a bit.
Right. But if we look at him, you really look at him, when he run the JBA, he won, I think, the MVP. He just didn't look. He just didn't look impressed or happy when he won something. When they won in high school, he just didn't look like it meant everything to him. When he won somewhere else, he just didn't look like it was impressive. Lonzo has that too.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. I think it's just kind of how they are. Like they just kind of stay.
Right,
You
but
know?
LaMelo's different from them. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And maybe that's that younger child
thing. Mm-hmm. You're not from here, like his little thing says. You're one of a kind.
Right.
So,
yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But that's what they were saying about Lonzo, that he's not aggressive. I disagree.
I'm not gonna lie. Sorry. No, I was just gonna say, I think like just since people kind of forget about Jello was very aggressive. Like he played for years with a like messed up ankle, like and like they needed surgery, but he just toughed it out. And they said it would be swelling up the size of like a tennis ball or a softball or something.
Wow.
Yeah. That's what I'm just saying. He just hadn't had the chance, and it sucks that he stole what he that thing in China, because I think that he would have been in the NBA by now if that didn't happen.
I do agree with LeVar, and as a parent, I can say I've been through that, because I think my daughter going to college, she went to USC here in California, and she was just with her cousins, and they did something, and she became a part of it. But the thing is, she had a credit card in her wallet that was worth, I'm not gonna say how much, but she didn't need that. But see, you're guilty by association, and I learned that. My daughter had never did anything wrong or been in trouble. I'm like, huh? I'm like, okay, I'm on my way. Like I told the officer, man, no, man, I got to get my nieces and her, but she's never been in trouble. She's never done anything, and that's what happens, and that's what LeVar couldn't understand from Jello. He's that middle child. Lonzo's already gone. I'm here. I'm trying my way. Then they said at UCLA he wouldn't even start. He wasn't going to start. So
really?
he's no.
Why would you give someone a scholarship just not to start him?
Because when you have an older sibling like the O'Bannon brothers, it's a commitment. Even though both the O'Bannon brothers were good, but it's just a commitment that you make to the family. If you take one, you take both. Or you take all. Because remember, even LaMelo had committed to UCLA.
It's a fact.
So yeah, when they took Lonzo, they committed to all three of them. So it was the same thing. What's going on, Rob?
Hey, what's going on? How you doing, bro?
You got it, man. Give me that good information, man, about the Drew League with them.
No, I just heard LeVar say that a few years ago, because when he was telling Melo about it before he actually played in the Drew League, he said your brothers did it, prior, and it was his time to do it. So he did say Lonzo and Jello played in the Drew League.
Okay.
So
what do you think is going? Me and my man are talking. What do you think was going on with Jello?
That's kind of hard to put in the words right now. I know a lot of it may be a little bit of depression right now.
Right.
And, just all the pressure that everybody's been constantly talking about, he can't do this or whatever. I know it's kind of weighing on him a little bit or whatever. That might have something to do with it. Then your little brother get drafted and getting all this attention. I don't think he's jealous or anything.
Right.
It just, he's dealing with it, but I think he just need to totally get himself conditioned, because me and my boys always talk about this.
Yeah.
Get in condition, get your mind right, and go in and just kill.
Right.
Period.
Yeah.
Because he can ball. I peeped him out at Chino Hills, and I actually I went to Pasadena High School. I played ball over there back in the 80s.
Okay.
So and a buddy of mine's coach as well. But back when Lonzo was a freshman, we actually seen him play against our school. He was a freshman, and he was killing them.
Wow.
And we met LeVar, but I didn't really pay attention to it. And we told him, like, man, your son will be a first-round draft pick.
Wow.
And then here it is. I didn't know he had the other two.
Yeah.
But when I found out about the Ball boys, Jello actually caught more of my attention because of, just how he dominates. I mean, he's not flat. He kind of reminds me of
right.
Adrian Dent.
Yeah, your mic went out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can barely hear you.
Yeah, I would just like to say, what I heard was like from people who played in high school against Jello, they said he was kind of like a sleeper or something like that. Like you didn't really notice or pay attention to him, but that was kind of like his specialty. Because then
he's one of those quiet players. You know what I'm saying? He'll wind up having 55 points on you. You don't even know it.
Right.
So because he's not flashy or anything like that, but he gets the job done. And by him having that hellified jumper.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he can make it. You know what I'm saying? And plus, he's strong enough to, take you down low if he has to. He's like a JJ Redick, but he can pretty much play down low.
Right.
He's just not flashy with it. So I feel like if they give him a real opportunity, and especially if he's playing with his brothers, that's gonna amp him up even more. And they got that chemistry, man. He gonna kill.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
And that's the thing. Like, I think when he went to Australia also, because I kept hearing a lot of individuals saying, well, you know what? Jello's over here with LaMelo and they're trying to get him on the Australia team. So I'm saying all these failures could make him be like, man, I don't even want to deal with that no more.
Yeah, you're right.
If that's the case. Because my son is a rapper. He was a high school quarterback. Baseball here in Bellflower, California, and he's like, Dad, I'm done with all that. I just want to do music. So every kid, my daughter, and he's smarter than my daughter who went to SC. So every kid has something different. No matter how much we as parents want to put them in or put on them, they all have something different.
Right. Yeah. But see, Big J, you and I are from that old school. You know what I'm saying? So I'm the type of I'm gonna have to go and destroy everybody.
I'm sorry, Robert. Maxie,
get up out of here.
and thank you so much because I was so terrified.
No, you're not the only one. We're all
hold on.
If you want to come on the stream, you're welcome. I just put the link in the room.
I just grocery shop. I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm sorry. Interruptions.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So what do you guys think?
I'm sorry,
about
bro.
LaMelo?
Go ahead.
What do you think about LaMelo coming back early?
I'm kind of with you on that, man. I mean, if it's not going to cause another issue or whatever, it just depends. But I'm with you on that, man. If he can sit, I want him to win Rookie of the Year. I think he will still get it anyway. That was my main concern.
Yeah,
but if he can go ahead and sit it out and just get, like you say, get his body right, and get everything right, man, that'll be cool.
You know what I wish?
He got at least 20 years if he don't have any, major injuries and nothing like that. He young.
Y'all know what I wish Triple B's would do? Put on the market and start selling shares. Somewhere along the line, I wish Triple B could become a part of the stock market and start selling shares, because I see something coming. LeVar is too quiet.
I'll invest in that for real.
I would too. That's what I'm saying. I'm telling you, if somehow they can get on the stock market and they can have shares and have investors, I'm definitely putting my money in Triple B's.
Exactly.
It's coming. Go ahead, big man.
Now think about this too. LaMelo has what, like 6 million followers?
Right. Yeah.
Just imagine the apparel that that 6 million people would get.
Yeah.
That's billions of dollars right there. Especially if you sell a T-shirt for $60 or hat for $40 or some sweats for $150 to $200. If you got 6 million people buying that, you're a billionaire.
Right. And that's just what I was talking about earlier, that I put up an article earlier that talked about LaMelo Ball in Australia, how Australia's market was down as far as social media. But when LaMelo came, and I'm not just going to say LaMelo, but the other young man too, RJ Hampton, their media and their attention and followers went up 2.6 million just on Facebook. Just on Facebook. So like I was telling someone else, I try to educate the young men on the narrative of true basketball. I used to live by the Inglewood Farm, and I used to take my family. We would go to the Lakers game or the Sparks game. And what would happen, there were no box seats because it was all family fun and entertainment. But when Mike came into the league, the stadium started to change. Why? Because now corporate types want the luxury boxes to conduct their business, because Mike made it marketable. There's only one person in the NBA, and it's not LeBron James, that has that intangible right now. That's LaMelo Ball. Yeah. Look what everybody's going through. Like I said, when on Jalen and Jacoby and Jalen Rose said this, I'm canceling my league pass. Everybody says I'm canceling my league pass. That tells you something. And NBA League Pass keeps sending me these emails saying don't go. That's telling me this kid is affecting the economy as far as NBA. Look, you said what you said. The Charlotte Hornets has lost 75% of their what?
Yeah, their viewership been tanking.
Yeah, see, there you go. So that tells you this kid, he's more than just a basketball player. He's an entertainer.
Mm-hmm.
When I turn on the game, man, I don't want to see anybody else because I know he's gonna drop dimes, and that's why Borrego got me kind of upset with the way he's controlling and dealing with my man. Because what Borrego did, man, by taking this young cat and not allowing him to be who he are, it made the game boring. Because everybody's looking for Miles Bridges to go up. Everyone's looking for him to throw something behind the back. But then when he started him, he changed his complete game. What do y'all think about that?
Yeah. I think he need to be shot in his toe. I ain't gonna say shoot him in the head because I don't want to, have no get indicted for nothing. But shoot him in his damn toe. You see what I'm saying? And put a cast on him and throw him to the side somewhere.
Same thing, man. Who you think? Are they going to bring back Scary Terry?
I wouldn't mind seeing him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I think he gets it.
Right.
And I don't think he has a problem playing with LaMelo.
Right.
At this stage of his career, he should know that he's not going to be, the face of the franchise or the NBA, and just go ahead and play that role. You know what I'm saying? He can still get what he get. He might get 30 or 40 or whatever. So he'll be a integral part of everything. Right. So he'd be like a Byron Scott was to like Magic.
Oh yeah. What you think, big man?
I don't know. I think for me, I think they got too many people at the guard spot. I ain't got no problems with Terry, but I think and I don't got no problems with Devontae or Monk either. But I just think Coach's relationship with Devontae is kind of crippling the team. So either JV or Devontae got to go, and they got too many guards trying to share all these minutes. So one of them got to go.
Me personally, I think Gordon Hayward needs to retire.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you why. I did a video last week on Gordon Hayward, and when he was in LA and missed that layup when he was at the rim by himself, that kind of threw me off, man. So what I did, I went and did my homework. Right, it started with him at Butler against Duke in the national championship. He missed 2 shots. And from that point on, if you go back and look at his career, when he was with the Celtics, he missed the shot at the rim by himself against the Celtics. Then he did something stupid where, what's that kid? What's that cat? Kyrie snatched him and let him know. So when he did that with the Lakers, I said, oh, that's in his head. And you can look at it when he's playing. Something is void. Something is in his mind. Because when he was at the basket by himself against the Lakers and he couldn't throw a pea in the ocean like Chick Hearn said, I said, something going on with my man.
Nah, you know what I think? I think that Gordon is one of those players that they disappear when you need them. Right. Most Avatar. I don't know if you ever watched that show. Yeah. But he'll be balling, but as soon as you get a big team or something really important and you need somebody, they all disappear. Gordon's gone. Terry gets scary.
Yeah, exactly. They can all ball in the East. But when it comes to the West, that's a different monster. But watch this. LaMelo was dropping dimes. He was handling them, coming out like I've been doing this my whole life. But everybody else still were passing the ball to LaMelo. I'm like, wait a minute. Against them Eastern teams, y'all brothers be zoning him out. Why you giving him the ball down? I'm like, I got it. They scared. Go back and watch the game tape. I got it on one of my videos. LeBron gave LaMelo big dap, body hug. Gave Scary Terry body hug. When he came to Gordon Hayward, he said, good game. I'm telling you, man. You know what I'm saying, Rob? That's that West Coast. That's why Shaq is the only one to be able to say, I was balling on the East and the West.
No, hey, I'm from the West. I'm not too far from Inglewood. I mean, I grew up in Pasadena.
Come on.
So I know.
Yeah, come on.
Yep.
No, my brother used to play football for Pasadena City College. No, so I know, man.
Okay. Yeah. Small world. I might know him.
Yeah, Roger Griffin, my nephew played for Pasadena High School. He was a corner.
Yeah, that's the school I graduated from.
Yeah, he played there before he went to Centennial. He played there about 4 or 5 years ago. Yeah, he was a corner. Then he transferred to Centennial High School to get on that bigger stage. Yeah, man. But
I'll keep it real with you, man. I'm an 85 graduate. Many years ago.
Yeah, I just
before you was even born, young fella.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But you know your sports, big man. That's what counts. Not only you do you know basketball, you know the economics of it. So that means somebody did something right in your life, bro.
I try to just, you know. I mean, just it makes sense. You know what I mean? Just you know, especially you get a little up older in age, whatever. You know, a little wisdom kicking in, and then you know, I had a pops something like LeVar. You know what I mean? So, you know, I love it, and I miss him to this day.
Yeah, and that's the thing about Lamar, man. LeVar, and like I was telling the young man earlier, that movie Good Will Hunting. No one wants to see troubled youth or youth who grew up with issues. They don't want to see a strong dad, because what happens if that's the case, we can't send our corporate Robin Williams in LaMelo's life and control him, and because they can't do it, they hate LeVar because he taught his son independence. And now, like Lonzo say, "Oh, y'all got me when I first came in the league, but I want 20 million a year now."
Oh, is that what he's asking for?
Yes, 20 million a year.
The Pelicans refused. They said, "We ain't paying you 18. We ain't paying you nothing over 18 mil."
You think so?
No, that's what they said.
Yeah, but that's what New Orleans is saying, right?
Yeah, and Zion told him not to trade him, and the Pelicans didn't they ignored him.
Yeah,
so I think like Zion got to be out of here like when his rookie contract up.
Right.
They're gonna be trying to do everything to keep him. They're like, nah, you ain't listening to me when I told you to keep my homie. You know, because like he loves
did the trade already go through?
No.
It didn't go through yet.
But the best they got to midnight tonight. What time is it? The best thing that happened for Lonzo again was Magic Johnson came out on the jump the other day. And when Magic Johnson came out and solidified Lonzo where he is now, and back until when he drafted him, that just made Lonzo stock go up. Yeah. And he said, Magic said LaMelo's a beast already. So I did on one of my shows months ago. I said, man, I did a skit of Magic and Jeannie having a talk saying they want LaMelo. so when Magic went on Twitter talking about, he's a Hornets fan, but LaMelo is the rookie of the year, I told some of the people in the audience, I said, you know what? That's him saying, Jeannie, I'm going to get him. Don't worry about it. Jeannie saying, yeah, Magic, I want LaMelo. Because you know LaMelo and Lonzo is boys with what's their boys from the Lakers who Lonzo came in with?
Kyle Kuzma.
Kyle Kuzma. They're all friends. They're all friends.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
If them cats play together, I'm telling you, man, I would love to see the Ball brothers running the Lakers uniform. All three of them.
Yeah.
Keep Kuzma at the 4 and just get him a big center. Because for some reason,
they've been wanting to put AD at the center. He played there in the finals for a game.
He doesn't want to do it. He said he can't stand it. Yeah, he doesn't want to play center. He wants to play the 4. He said that's his natural position.
Yeah, and Kuzma's gonna have to get up out of here. I like Kyle Kuzma, but I think they kind of overpaid him a little bit. Like, no disrespect.
Yeah, he's inconsistent. But they say he had something going on with Jeannie Buss.
I wouldn't doubt it.
That's why he was still there. Hey, what you say, Doc? You know, exactly. We that age. Yes. People thought it was just Phil Jackson, but no. She owned them. She owned the team.
Yeah, she at that cougar age right now too.
Yes, sir. Hey, but what do y'all think about Vernon Carey, man? What is he being treated wrong? And I know what you said, young man, about Pop earlier, and he's just not going to play rookies. But what do you do with Vernon Carey when he was dominating the G League?
I don't know too much about him, but I feel like they should have at least give him an opportunity to see what he can do.
Right. Same thing.
Honestly, I don't know. Sorry, my bad.
All right. Go ahead.
I was just saying, I think that it's unfortunate because I do want him instead of like Odie Zeller, but I think that they're just showcasing him so they could trade him.
Right. You know? That makes sense. Well, why would you trade him? Well, how tall is he? 6'11" or 7 feet?
He's 7 foot.
Oh,
yeah, he got hands.
And he can jump.
Can he get up and down the court like the way LaMelo? Then play him.
That's what they was running in the G League offense. LaMelo's offense.
Oh,
he averaged 22 points a game.
He was running and gunning. Yep. And he got handles and he can shoot from 3. Consistent.
How old is he?
How old is he? About 19.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
That's what everybody
let them out of the stables for real.
and he come from Duke. And then they got the other young man sitting on the bench who was balling.
Yeah.
I'm
I
confused,
think one
man.
of them might get traded. I don't know. One of them might get traded, but they need to get rid of like either. I mean, I like Biz's relationship with Melo because he be passing him sometimes when the offense tries to freeze him out.
Exactly.
So that's why I was going to keep him. But Zeller got to go because he be freezing him out a lot.
And he has no hands.
Yeah, the Martin twins. I don't know if nobody talking
the raggedy ass twins got to go too.
Yeah, man, I ain't never seen them ignore the point guard in the inbound. If that
That's
was
just them, man.
that was Devontae Graham.
Somebody created that narrative and they stayed to it and didn't let it go.
Yeah.
Now I know Bridges and Scary Terry wouldn't have hung out with LaMelo, but nobody else did. So somebody else created that narrative. And to me, be honest with you, I think it was Gordon Hayward because he wants to get point forward and he can't. How many turnovers he have a game and nobody sit him down? Every game.
And he be getting to stay out there 37, 38 minutes at a time, you know? And it's
nobody
like
put him down.
Yeah, and remember, if you remember when he came back after he got injured, he was freezing everybody out in the first shot of the game with Minnesota. He was taking everything. He didn't care.
Exactly. And that's what he does.
And if you notice, like once LaMelo just left the floor, now I'm gonna just start passing.
Exactly.
He's jealous. Like, could you imagine you get paid $120 million and some kid just comes in, taking out all the shine, bringing in all the ratings, nobody cares about you no more?
Wow.
Like, yeah, because he wanted
that one thing, young man. He came in with his own brand too. He's not utilizing it yet, but he got it.
Oh yeah.
And he got a loudmouth pops that everybody love. At least I do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And if you add the money up, technically Melo's made more money than Gordon because he made $100 million from Puma, then $30 million just from getting drafted. Gordon got paid $100
million. He made $500,000 in Australia last year.
Yeah,
that's why he said I don't need the NBA money. He made $500,000. He made $500,000 in him and RJ Hampton in Australia. Then he got
don't even count out the big baller money that he made.
Yeah,
still probably makes from Big Baller Brand. So
that brother's killing it on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Yeah, he's getting their money too.
Yeah,
and
do players need money? Yeah, they do. Jealousy's a thing. Jealousy is bad.
I didn't have that here on YouTube, man. So when y'all start creating and you're really trying to get there, get ready for it, man. Because it goes on, Doc. I'm not gonna talk about anybody in particular, but it happens. It happens, man, because LaMelo Ball has even changed the narrative of social media to where if you look at, I try to go away from LaMelo Ball sometimes because I remember JJ said this one time, everybody pimping him, man, just because of his name, everybody's getting paid. If you look at social media, at the top of the algorithm is the name LaMelo Ball. Yeah. LaMelo Ball. You know why? Because that's where the money is. You know, so he's changed a whole lot of people's lives.
Yeah.
Go ahead. What you gonna say?
Yeah, it's amazing to me, man, because LeVar skipped him up a grade to play with Lonzo. So technically he was an 8th grader starting on varsity and dominating.
Yes.
That's crazy.
Like it wasn't nothing. Like it wasn't nothing. Took him out of middle school and put him in high school, not in a freshman class or a basketball, put him on the varsity squad. And this is what I found out. LeVar used to coach the coach at Chino Hills and trained him.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so LeVar was basically in the background saying, run this and run that. So then what happened when Lonzo left, he refused. They ran it with Jello, but now LaMelo's turn, he refuses to run what LeVar is saying. Oh, yeah, it's in one of my videos. He said LeVar refused to run the offense anymore. Then he was calling LeVar for help. LeVar said, no, you got it on your own now. This stuff is deeper, man.
And he messed that relationship up, you know what I'm saying? Because he could have still been an integral part.
Exactly. I don't live too far from Dominguez High School. Like I say, I used to coach football over here at Paramount High School, out here where I live. And I never forget, I was working at Dominguez Hills. And I used to see Tyson Chandler and all these AAU people coming around with money. Man, this stuff is bigger than people know, man. It's big. And LeVar was smart then. People ain't talking about it. He had his own brand running in the AAU tournaments.
Yeah.
He was not a part of anybody's team. He had his own team. See, this is not just something he started. If you go back and look at their AAU uniforms, it says Big Ballers. So he had this narrative created. What's the other cat name that played with him out there? What was the other guy's name that he played with LaMelo in the Drew League? Eli. I was watching some videos, right? He's sitting right at the crib with him. I'm saying, and the dude, Ikeka, or whatever his name is from USC that went over to Chino, they was all kicking it at the house. I say, LeVar smart. Then he got Eli over at Loyola Marymount playing balling. So
I hope he make it to the league, man. I hope he get a chance.
Too. Yeah, because he got hops. He got hops.
And he got some heart too.
Oh, yeah, exactly. He ain't scared.
Exactly.
Yeah. Did y'all see when they beat down Modern Day?
Yeah.
You know what, dude? I looked at that yesterday. I kid you not. And I was just dying laughing again. I seen it before, but I looked at it yesterday.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
LaMelo was just running around like it wasn't nothing.
Yeah. And they was dabbing up, celebrating, climbing in the middle of the game while they was playing.
Yes. Man, I'm telling you, so I did another video yesterday to where, or the day before yesterday, James Borrego is at 3-point conversion doing his normal at the end of the game, post game review, right? So I did the video to where I took everything out, and when he gets ready to talk, he's sitting there doing like he normally does, and there's frogs going. Everybody got on there was busted up because that's what it is. No LaMelo, no one wants to talk. And when I looked, when I said the day LaMelo got hurt, the next day everyone was late doing content. It was like people was like, I don't know what to do. Even AB the Hero said today, man, I had to go back out to work and do something. When LaMelo, there's no narrative.
Right.
I'm telling you, man, it's that he brings a lot to everything, man. And that's the key, I think, that individuals need to start understanding. Oh, somebody said something. I'm sorry. Hey, what's going on, Marcus? Marcus, let me put the link in the room if you want to come in with us. We're just talking sports, my brother. You know, we're just trying to get on here and enjoy the evening. That's another reason I did YouTube, man. I just enjoy doing content, having fun, meeting new people, man, because with social media and with the COVID-19, man, I think a lot of people were just like bored and tired, didn't want to do anything anymore. But this has opened the door to a whole lot of stuff.
That's right.
Yeah. Oh, so you be on there with DJ too, bro?
No, I haven't gotten on. You the first person I ever got on live like this with.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, same here. I be following. I be following. They notice my name because it's like Gunna Boy and it's something catchy. They're pretty cool. I be talking to the chat.
Cool. Yeah, I made a mistake. I was using his information because I thought it was just new media. We all just jump on there and use it. I didn't know that. He let me know one night. I said, "Oh man, I'm sorry. Please forgive me." Oh no, the new media is these people. I'm like, "Oh man, I was just supporting you, brother. Please forgive me." Yeah, but
I like him, man. He's doing a nice job and whatnot. So I've kind of listened to him as well. So. Yeah. And he a young cat. So I like to see these young cats come up and do what they, be productive or whatnot. So
and he's helping other people. That's the thing. Yeah. So that's what I look.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Oh shit, my bad.
What you say again?
I was saying I was shocked when I saw what he looked like because his voice is like so deep. I thought he would have been big, he had a beard, a bit older.
I thought he was my age, Rob. I thought he was about my age. But I think he was 20. Yeah.
I got a daughter. I got a daughter older than him.
Oh wow.
So I got two girls.
Same thing. But that's the thing, man. It shows you the level that these kids is coming into things now. We didn't have this opportunity in our day, man. We didn't have this opportunity.
Exactly.
But the opportunities afforded to these kids now, there's no way that they can't be financially independent doing something. When you got 6, 7, 8-year-old kids doing games online and got millions of viewers, that's blowing me away, man. What's up, Marcus?
My grandson.
Yeah.
Prime example.
What's going on, Marcus?
Hey, how y'all doing?
What's going on, man?
Good.
All right. Yeah, we just on here talking about everything sports, man, particularly LaMelo Ball. Yeah, I'm telling you, Rob and the other guys, man, these kids now are making a killing from YouTube. When you got kids who got 6-7 million followers, that ain't no joke, man. That ain't no joke.
Exactly.
Watch this. I heard LaMelo Ball tell Julian Newman's sister when he was talking to her after one of the Spire games. She said, "Can I have your Instagram?" LaMelo said, "Oh, I don't run it." That blew me out the water. He said, "I don't run it." She looked like, "What?" In other words, I ain't on there like that.
Right.
Nah, man. So
yeah,
exactly.
They got people who run it for them though. Like somebody just controls their Instagram. Like, yeah.
Okay. All right. I didn't know how that worked, man.
Yeah.
I didn't know how that really worked, but that's cool.
But
no, man, I just don't want to see young man coming back too early, man. You know,
Yeah.
I don't want to see him coming back too early. You know, hopefully he comes back and everything is right.
Mm-hmm.
What do y'all think about the
think
Lakers?
JJ gonna have him right. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And that's what JJ said. He's gonna be the $6 million man. We're gonna make him bigger, stronger, faster.
Exactly.
So he'll be all right. Yeah. No. So what's going
I
on,
don't think
Marcus?
them youngsters know about the $6 million man.
Yeah, you're right.
I saw one of these old shows my grandpa used to have it playing.
So what's his name? Steve what?
Okay.
Steve something.
Steve Austin.
Yeah,
I'm giving away my age.
Me too. Marcus over there, trust me, he know the whole game. He know the business. Look at him, he ready.
Yo, what up, man? Am I coming through pretty good?
Oh, man, real good, man.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll give you my spiel real quick, man. Hey, good looking for let me come on.
For sure, brother.
The panel with you, man. I just started following you.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of weeks ago, and I'm kind of feeling what you're talking about. You know what I mean? I like your perspective that you come with. You know, about me, I'm a huge Ball family fan. You know, I'm talking about from the grandparents to the grandchildren. You know? And
you going back a few years, okay?
Yeah, I love LeVar Ball, you know, because I'm a father myself, you know, so just how his approach on, and how he raised his kids, you know what I mean, is I think that's pretty dope.
Right.
But real quick about the LaMelo situation, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like I couldn't wait till the man hit the league, and I already knew it was gonna be some BS just because of who his daddy is, and like every time they give, it don't matter if they're talking about Lonzo, LiAngelo, or whoever, if they're giving props to LaMelo, they're gonna down LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I hate that, but I was pretty hurt when it came to LaMelo in this last little injury or whatnot. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that real quick. You know what I mean? And to let you know where I stand with everything.
Right.
But oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, man, we appreciate that. We were saying earlier, brother, that we hope LeVar Ball finds a way to be able to offer shares and makes his company a stock option company. Because if Triple B's become stock option, I think that's the way he can bypass the NBA and other corporate investors and make it a community base where more money will be involved. If he does that, watch this. If you take the smaller numbers in volume, but make those numbers creative to where they mean more than a corporate dollar, man, that Triple B's can grow faster than what Michael Jordan did with Phil Nike. That's just my opinion.
Exactly.
And I think this platform, if more brothers are talking about it consistently, I think this platform will open up to his mind somewhere he will get it. Because from what I understand, everybody in social media is following everyone on YouTube. And I'm telling you, stock options is not hard. He already has the factor and the foundation with Triple B. If he does that, I'm telling you, man, I'll take every retirement, every dime I have, and I'll figure out how to make sure that I'm a part of that. Hey, what's up, brother from Uganda? Yeah, if you want to come in the room, man, the link is in the room. Just come on in. We're not doing it like most people. We have 10 spots. Pay for us to come on here and be able to talk. Yeah, man, but no, that's just my opinion. What do you guys think?
Hey, I want to real quick to comment on that. No, I agree too. Oh, go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I do agree with you on that. I mean, if you make it go public or into everybody can invest, it'd be dope. But you know, what I've been seeing since Big Baller Brand and LeVar Ball been pushing and just grinding, it's like just as many people that want to see him succeed. It's a lot of negative energy people is pushing towards him. They want to see that man fail. You know what I'm saying? Right. And I don't know. I don't know how he would go up. You know what I'm saying? LeVar Ball does everything he put his mind to. So, I agree. But the powers that be will do everything in their power to not allow him to, you know what I mean, to make some of those things happen. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Corporate America, watch this. LaMelo Ball showed it, and he did it. So whether they embrace LeVar or not, LaMelo's still doing the same thing. That's why I did that video yesterday on Goodwill Hunting so people who are dads can understand what LeVar did with LaMelo. He took him and he trained him, and he created his own narrative for him and Lonzo and LiAngelo, whereby no one from the outside would be able to touch his sons. So if he does the same thing from a marketing perspective, because it's already there. There is money, there is black dollars in the black community. He just has to find out how to tap into it. That's my opinion. And if he can get,
and we as black folks need to support that. Period.
Exactly.
So if we do that, it wouldn't matter what corporate do.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Because we'll have our be united and support our own.
And that's the thing, man. It would cause opportunities and jobs and different things, and that's what LeVar is about. But like the young man said, like Marcus said, there are so many forces, even from the African American community and the athletes, who are against him.
True.
Exactly.
That's the biggest thing. True. Because if the narrative, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I don't mean to cut you off. Speaking from personal experiences, when LeVar Ball and Ball family started doing them, and when they was on the rise, I was talking to people about it. I'm not a huge sports guy. I'm gonna be honest with you right now, but I will tell you the reason why I got back into kind of watching the basketball is because I started seeing the Ball brothers from Chino Hills, and they was just blowing out everything. So I've been following them since Lonzo went to UCLA and got drafted. So speaking of black people, they regurgitate what the media says. Oh, LeVar Ball's arrogant and he this and he that. And it's like, slow it down a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, when you got a vision and when you're passionate about something, you kind of sound how you sound, unless you share the same vision. The thing about LeVar Ball is that's that man's dream. That's his family's dream.
Exactly.
It's not ours. So we're just eyes looking in. So I never did, and coming from black people, man, I've heard some outlandish stuff, and it's like, LeVar Ball, you don't want to support him. When we're talking to a guy that, when you try to slander his name, LeVar Ball will hit you with, hey, I love my wife Tina. I don't know what you're talking about, and I love my children. You know what I mean? And that's it. So I don't think he get enough support from black people. I feel like they're waiting on him to give them something to support him, but LeVar Ball is not that kind of guy.
What you feel on that, Gunner?
Nah, honestly, I think that's how it is. It's kind of weird. There's different types of people where some of them just look like, oh man, they regurgitate what they heard in the media. But they just think, oh nah, he's arrogant, he's crazy, he's narcissistic, just because he's marketing his voice, he's making them valuable. If you paid attention, what he was really doing is drawing attention to the Ball family. When he says stuff like, oh, I can beat Michael Jordan, this, and that, my son's gonna be the greatest, they're like, oh, ain't that crazy? Let's see how these how good they actually are. And he's been building them up, all of them, and people just say Melo, but all of them played up against competition that was older than him. From Lonzo to Jello to Melo, all of them. It's just Melo just did it longer, and he's learned from both of them, so that's why he's probably going to be the best.
See, and the problem with that is this: when you create a negative narrative, and there's other folk who hear that narrative, they begin to take on and latch on it and become a part of it. Like Marcus was saying, but now when we listen at those individuals, Stephen A. Smith, Shannon Sharp, all those people now are apologizing. Say we made a mistake. LeVar did a great job. But here's the issue. What about those people that heard you that day who are not on now. When Stephen A came on and said, I'm sorry, but those individuals that he affected their ear gates, and now they have a feeling about LeVar. What happens now?
Right.
You understand? So that's the big thing. Welcome back, Rob. What happens now? What goes on now? See, and that's the big thing. That's why I never listen to gossip. I never listen to negativity. I try to get things firsthand. You know why? Because I don't know what somebody else, their fascination is about someone else to either hurt or harm them. So I'd rather for the person to tell me themselves. When I first examined LeVar Ball, and I started watching him as a father, not as a sports fan, as Marcus said, as a father, I noticed one thing. He loves his wife. Outside of his kids,
true.
Outside of basketball, he loves his wife. And when I saw that, when he missed Lonzo's game and he went to be with Tina and what he did, that showed me what type of character he has. Now, most of these brothers in the media, they're only looking at the perspective of he's a loud mouth. Why? Because they can't control his dollar. What do y'all feel about that?
I feel like
exactly.
Comment on something you said earlier, like if somebody tell you a lie first and you believe that lie and then you hit them up later with the truth, it's gonna be really hard to convince them, hey, yo, this right here is a factual versus what you heard was a lie. So even though they can come back and be like, yo, man, LeVar Ball was right and this is that and the other, and it really don't matter because the damage is done, like you said. Right. So I kind of have an issue with that. I can't even watch ESPN like that. I don't anymore either. When I joined you was talking about new media, DJ Nim. Yeah, I've been following a lot of these cats. I've been following for a long time. Like, and I kind of sit back in the cut in the dark a little bit. Yeah, and then I'll shoot them my comments and chop it up, and I show my support. But it's just a shame. Like, even though we're like, I will call myself a fan first. Right. You know what I mean? To not, but I'm not like when LeVar Ball took the boys out of school, and I won't say it like, oh, he sent them over there. Man, I'm pretty sure LeVar Ball had a conversation like, yo, here's the options. Right. This is what I feel is the best one. What are we doing? Right. And I feel like it went like that. Everybody made their decision, and it just went forward from there. You know what I mean? So I don't know. Anybody else on that one? Because go ahead.
Yeah, because people try and paint him as like a tyrant who like, oh, I make decisions for my kids. But if you look at it at every step, they always say, do you want to do this? Yes or no. You always had the option. You could go leave Big Baller Brain if you want. Nothing's forcing you to stay. Nothing's forcing you to do what I want. It's just I have this vision. If you trust me, then let's do it. Right. And and you look at him like, even you hear Melo say, my dad was my hero. He's like, why I love playing basketball. He was my inspiration. I didn't have to look up to like a LeBron James or Jordan, something like that. Like so
yeah, go ahead, Rob. Go ahead. Yeah, and I think a lot of people, man, they really miss the essence of, I'm gonna say it like this, certain cultures and certain communities. And let me tell you why I say that. I remember that game over there in when the USA JBA were playing that other team over there in Italy or somewhere, and LaMelo slapped that dude. And after the game, I come in peace. I am you. Whatever, but not whatever like that. But I don't know what you're saying. The link is in the room if you want to come in and talk to us. We don't turn anyone away. But LeVar after the game was going off on LaMelo. But what people don't understand, he created the narrative. He was doing that on purpose because he wanted them to think that he was abusive or this and that. So they would give over to his sons, but they totally missed it. Like he said, oh, that was scripted. But you see how smart and of a genius he is? He gave them what he wanted, and they never caught it. They're still not catching it. What you think about that, Rob?
I can barely hear.
Okay.
I don't know if it's on my end or not.
Everyone hear him good?
Yeah, we good.
Okay. Yeah, I hear him really good.
Okay. Yeah,
it might be my on my end.
Okay.
So I'm gonna sign out and come back in. And
Okay, I got you.
I wanted to Gunna Boy had you just reminded me of what LeVar Ball used to say. Like he used to tell his kids, you know, like I never had to technically twist their arm to do anything. He was like, he said, yeah, I had my dreams or whatnot, but they, you know, wanted to do this. They loved it, and it was all about hard work. You know, and I ain't gonna lie, you know what I mean? Like I use a lot of LeVar Ball advice in my own life. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm back. I hear you now.
And that's what this gentleman, someone just said in the room. They said they can't control LeVar Ball, so he's a problem. That's right. Anything you can't control is a problem. That's just life in general. There's some kids that I taught my kids in school. When you go to school, if you feel you're being disrespected and the teacher won't allow you or afford you the ability to talk or speak back, call me immediately. Call me.
You sound like my pops.
Yeah. And the teachers be like, oh, Mr. Johnson, what you doing at the door? Even in high school, I'm on the field coaching. Hey, son, something going on. I'm out here on the field already. Give me a call.
Exactly.
And they were like, oh, he's all right.
But I'm going to add to what you just said.
Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was going to add to what you said. They have a problem with LeVar also because he's laying a blueprint and, you know, just waking everybody up to think for themselves and create your own brand and, you know, to understand what it is. You know, like he said, you don't, if you Kevin Durant, just for an example, and you got 200 or 300 million, why are you begging for a signature shoe? Right. Go create it yourself.
Right.
You know, that your name alone is going to sell that.
Yeah, Rob.
So that's what so that's one of the main things that they're scared of. Like we got to shut him up, you know, before he wake everybody else up.
Yeah.
So
to be honest with you, gentlemen, that's life. For example, even here on social media, a lot of people don't know why people start doing live streams all of a sudden. You guys know why they start doing live streams all of a sudden? Anybody know?
You say why you started or generally?
No, why everybody started doing live streams? Do you know?
I don't have an answer for that one.
Because what happens is YouTube, you have to have so many watch hours to become monetized. And it's easier to put a group of people in a room of 200-300 people who are talking and your watch hours are going up.
Yeah,
that's why they came at me and said, Big J, you copying people's stuff. You doing this and that. You need to get out the platform. So I don't run with anybody anymore. I just do what God has allowed me to do, and that's it. Because I found out by taking that online class from YouTube that watch hours come in bigger quantities when you have a lot of people on the stream.
Right. No, that's what's up, man. Like I'm into a lot of techie stuff. You know what I mean? Like I actually have a gaming channel. You know what I mean?
Yeah. That's big
on Facebook gaming. You know what I mean? But I'm learning every day, even though you know I'm not one to think I know everything. You know what I mean? So I'm steady learning, and but I want to back up a little bit because you said LeVar Ball and creating a blueprint. You know, I love talking about him, especially like outside of the sports, because he does create blueprints for people. You know what I mean? Just for black men. Look, like a lot of people got white wives.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
You talking real now, bro.
But when LeVar Ball stepped in the picture, it's like he just have a wife. If you get my drift, it's like, you know, I married Tina. Period. It's just weird when it comes to him. But his blueprint for me, for a lot of black men, is just, you know, he kind of keep a strong family foundation. And it's like, you know, don't sneak out or cheat on your wife or raise your babies. And it's just like, if LeVar sits up there and write a how-to book to be a great black man,
nobody talks about that, man. Come on.
The best kept secrets is in books.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if he goes and do this, you know, I would be like, man, somebody watch that man. Because if he changed, imagine if he changed a million black fathers' life, or black men or black boys.
Wow.
His son's already doing it. Right. You know how many children want to be like LaMelo Ball, or Lonzo Ball, or LiAngelo, and LiAngelo is not even in the NBA. And
Sorry, like you said, you see the Newman family, they trying to copy his swag, do everything. They got their own little Prodigy brand.
Well, see, like I rock with them, but what ended up happening was whatever they was doing ran dry. Right, you see what I'm saying? It ran dry, and then LeVar Ball came, like, and he didn't come out of nowhere. I have to tell people, LeVar Ball did not come out of nowhere. He's always been there. It's just when they threw the camera, when they threw him in front of the cameras and in front of everybody, then the world got to see, LeVar Ball, and he's smart enough to kind of do what he do. But the Newmans and how they did it, and I'm not a hater or nothing like that. He just seen LeVar Ball come in. And LeVar Ball just a person that don't take no for an answer. And if you close a door, and failure is not failure until you quit.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So LeVar Ball don't understand what failure is. That's You're right. Like, oh, you close that door? Well, I'll just create my own door. You know what I'm saying? So that's how that is. That's it.
But see the Newmans, what's that company? What is it called? Overtime. Overtime was supposed to be specifically LaMelo Ball, but then what they thought that Julian was going to be something more than he is. So they took that assignment on and stopped focusing on LaMelo. And when I listened to AB the hero story, now I understand. He said that they recruited him to come do what he did to build the narrative of LaMelo within social media, because Overtime started going after other people. And I didn't even know that, man.
I thought it was a basketball team.
Yeah, sports wise, I mean, I start, like, I don't want to call little Newman the Newman's trash, but I mean, like, come on now. It was like he's not on LaMelo's. Did you guys watch the game when Spire played against?
Right.
It wasn't even a Melo giggled the whole night. Right. You understand that? So it was like, and I'm not hating on them. I mean, the sister, she got a music video going on.
Right.
It's some what is it? Some stuff with the dad folks was talking about, like he was allowing her to do a couple of things to get some more views, and it was like,
come on, Doc, come on.
It was like, I don't want, what I'm saying? I ain't trying to go in there. I go in a little bit, but like,
I was shocked when I found out she was still underage. I was like, ooh.
But yeah, bro,
it's a little. It's like you trying to make it out.
I don't know. I don't bring that up to say nothing, but that's how you can distinctively tell the difference between LeVar Ball and then the Newmans, like, and how they get down. You know what I mean? It's just that simple. So
I come and P said this, and it's so true. And that's what we were talking about earlier. He said, the Ball family don't need the NBA. The NBA need the Ball family. That's 100% true. Anybody want to deal with that one? That's true.
But they have a hard time they don't want to acknowledge that at all.
Yeah, but it's true.
So I think that's one of the reasons why they're trying to distance LaMelo from LeVar at times. So
and Lonzo, and because right before the draft, it was like, oh man, LaMelo, he's going to be a great player, possibly the face of the league. And then it's like, because Lonzo, it's like every time they want to say something good, they got to down somebody else. You know what I mean? So
exactly.
Nah, honestly, here's what I personally believe. I think it's like at first they kind of hated them and they wanted to like shove them out and like trying to separate them. But when they saw how much money they can make, like how much money Melo generated for the Hornets and stuff, because like he's still the youngest one that still has a chance to build hype. Where like Lonzo, he's kind of slow burning and developing into a player. I just think that like now they see how much money the Ball family really is worth, and you see them now, even like Stephen A. and Shannon and Skip. Like, who was never talking about him at the beginning of the season. Now they're like, what's his name? Back to Killer Man. He's Lonzo's
they don't have a choice because LaMelo just overcame everything they try to throw at him. He laughing at him while he did it.
Exactly.
So they don't have a choice but to talk about it.
And the media, which I love. Come on, they can't stand his one-line answers.
Oh yeah,
because he doesn't let them invade his mind. As
That's
Marcus
real.
was saying, his father has them somewhere most kids are not. Most kids gonna sit up and tell you everything about the parent, but LaMelo's not letting you invade his mind, no matter what you come with. Lonzo ain't doing it.
Like, granted, the NBA knows the worth of the Ball family. Problem is like just the business of the NBA outside of what the Ball family does business wise and how to get their money in other places. Let's just be honest. Like, white folks are kind of spiteful. They'll take an L if you can take an L. So you think they won't take an L? So
that's right.
They won't elevate.
That's
you know
right.
what I mean? I mean, come on, man. Like, I'll leave it there. Because I can really go in, man. Like, I've been paying attention to, the family for years, and it's just like they just don't have no room. They can't do enough good. And it's like, what is good? LeVar Ball been giving back since as long as I can remember. Y'all talking about he got people living in his house, other kids.
Exactly.
Taking care of kids all over the neighborhood. You think when he made them little micro mini pancakes, he didn't make enough of them for everybody to eat? Trust him, but if we was there, we was gonna eat too.
Yes,
that's LeVar Ball. I can't say that about some of these white folks. We might starve dealing with them, but they might starve too, so we won't eat. Everybody is starved dealing with them. So, in my opinion, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, you're right, Doc. And the thing is this: when you have a man, I'm just going to say it like this, and you know where I am. When you have a man who has structure and he doesn't need you to come in and pamper his kids or pamper what's going on, that creates confusion with the outside community because they don't know how to draw attention through negativity to get you excited. LeVar Ball never, watch this, he never reacts. He always responds. LaMelo Ball never reacts. He always responds. Lonzo never reacts. He always responds. So what they're going to do is we're going to shut Jello out just to see how he reacts to it's something deeper than most people see. Exactly. I'm not going to say what I want to say, but there's something deeper going on behind this.
Yeah, definitely something deeper going on. I'm a single father. My son's with his mom at the moment, but when I go in public with my son, and people looking at me or people that think they kind of know me, I don't live in my home state right now, but they're looking kind of surprised. Oh, where? Oh, he's just living with you. Yeah, my son is with his father. Like, why is that so out of the norm?
Right.
And now I have an issue with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? And I think LeVar Ball slowly is for the people that matters.
Right.
He's getting. If you don't love them, then it don't even matter. Right. I don't really, it ain't his knowledge ain't for you. But if you're trying to be a better person or whatnot, then you're gonna become a big baller. You know what I'm saying? So I'm with it.
Yeah, I come in peace says new media gave the sports channels no choice but to report on the Ball family. The genre. But what I was saying, and I agree with that 100%. All because what happens now, if you listen to old media, their narrative consists of what goes on YouTube. I'm sorry. When a guy sent me a thing from Jalen Rose yesterday from Jalen and Skip. No, Jalen and somebody. Jalen and Jacoby. And on the thing he sent me, Jalen was saying, you know what? Man, the NBA is so boring now. I'm going to cancel League Pass. But we all heard that going around where? YouTube. So that tells you they're watching these YouTube channels. So if you have a channel, man, get in that algorithm. Is it hard? Oh, yeah, brother, it's hard. But you have to do less. And that's what I learned from LeVar, man. What people say you can't do, make it aesthetic and not palpable to where everyone else is doing. Make it aesthetic to you that says, you know what? The more they discourage me, the more I'm going to do it. And that's what LeVar does. He does. That's why I say he responds, even with them stealing money. I can't think of the guy's name, Allen. I don't know about it, so I can't really say. But they said Allen stole money. I'm going to clarify it the right way. And if he did, that's the family business. That's their business. But what I will say is this. What LeVar did, he didn't react. He responded. We got to get better. We got to do this. We got to do that. And when a man has that affordability and stands in front of his sons and creates it that way, that's why Lonzo's like, whatever, man. Okay. Okay. At first, none of them cats want to be traded. Because when I heard my boy went over to Josh Hart went over to the Pelicans and begged never to be traded again. I'm like, okay, Dad didn't talk to him.
Lord have mercy.
I heard that brother went into the office and straight dropped. No, let me stop. Lord help me, Jesus. He went into the office and say,
you got jokes tonight.
Yeah, I don't like this feeling. Don't ever take me again. Them Lakers messed them brothers up, man. The Lakers messed them brothers up mentally. I know y'all remember that. They couldn't shoot.
I don't know.
Oh, definitely.
I don't know how I feel about that Lakers situation, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Lakers.
It's hard watching without LeBron and AD. I'm sorry, that just hurt me because that's my favorite team personally. But yeah, sorry to interrupt you, Marcus.
No, I'm just thinking about how much I dislike Luke Walton. Don't worry about it.
Oh,
like when I think of Lakers, Lonzo, the Luke Walton thing burnt me out. But big ups to Lonzo. I know he kind of got this little. I don't even want to call it a little injury. He's just got a little whatever going on during this trade. But I'm glad he's doing this thing. You know what I mean? Everybody who spoke ill. Everybody who spoke ill of just a Ball family at a whole, they gotta shut up now because LeVar said all this already. Right. So ain't no need to be surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm waiting on ESPN to bring him back.
They did. And they did it wrongly
on the podcast, but I want to see him, and I want to see Stephen A. and all of them. Just have a panel of all these fools. Yes. You know what I'm saying? Because, I'm not saying LeVar Ball. When he speaks, what he speaks is like it's always right, but he's speaking on his dreams and aspirations and things that he worked hard for. If I come and I'm telling you things that I love to do that I'm currently working hard with. Right. You're gonna be like, okay, and you see me working hard. You're gonna be like, okay, Marcus, all right, I understand. But if I'm telling you these things that I claim to love, but I'm not putting no effort in working hard, you're gonna be like, Marcus, shut up. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. So it is what it is. I relate to LeVar Ball because he's not a beta male. You know what I'm saying? He stands up. All. He'll take accountability. Right. He doesn't make excuses. And there it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna say he's like the definition of being a man, but he is. If there was a group of men that you follow to better yourself, he has to be in that category.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? He's
head and shoulders above. Yes.
Yeah. So
that's why, man. I'm gonna say this, and this is my opinion. I can forgive Stephen A. Smith, but I can't roll with Shannon and Skip.
Oh my God!
I just can't do it, man.
Shannon. Keep going. I want you to.
I don't pay attention to Skip and Shannon that much. I always call Skip Bayless Skip Baseless because all he says is nonsense.
Right. I'm still in that one.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, I can't roll with. Let me tell you why. Shannon is overkill. I appreciated him as a wide receiver, but I can't deal with him as a commentator because But here's my issue with Shannon and Skip. Their narrative does not suggest that they did their homework.
That's true.
It's just they're throwing spaghetti on the wall to see what's going to stick, but they haven't done their homework. Oh, his shot is broken like his brother's. Well, the brother's shot was never broken. The brothers, they won 36 games in a row without losing and then beat Mater Dei with that same shot. Then he went to UCLA and took them to the Final Four. Or the Big Eight, whatever one it is. So his shot wasn't broken. It just wasn't working in a faster game. So he had to alter it. And when he did, look at him now shooting 38, 39%. But see what they do, they don't know their homework. So what they do, now Stephen A., I like Stephen A., but they don't know their homework. So what they do, they go study what other people are saying. And because they're getting big dollars to come on this show, to throw things out that are not real. Go ahead, Gunnar, what were you saying on that one?
I mean, I was just saying because, all they do is say the most outlandish stuff. At least on ESPN, they have some type of facts. Like Max Keller, say what you want about him, like with the I want Iguodala stuff. He's very smart. Him
Right.
and Stephen A. That's what I'm saying. They know what they're talking about.
Right.
But it's just that, like, on FS1, they be saying like all different types of stuff, and I still find it entertaining to watch because I think they kind of funny. But like, it's not really good entertainment because, like, how many times I say ESPN or none of that's reliable, because how many times do you know NFL or famous football player or every superstar got clips where every single one of these people said that they weren't going to be nothing.
Man, you know what, when you said that, Gunner, I just thought about social media is the big brother to the Ball family. And you know why I say that? When you have a big brother, man, there's always somebody you can roll up to, say, man, I got this issue or I got that problem. The Ball family doesn't need to say anything, because when people come out against them, what do? Oh, boom, we all on social media, man, this is our opinion. And when you bring several million people together with the same dialogue saying the same thing, don't you think it's reaching LeVar's ears? Big Brother's hearing about what's going on. And then it's also reaching old media's ears to where they have to make changes conducive to the family. That's why I say social media is like the family to the big brother to the Ball family. Like my man said, I come in peace. He said, man, hey, the Ball family changed the narrative. What he's really saying, when we all came together, man, could you imagine if we came together on all social levels of social platforms, put things together, and what you good at, Rob, what you good at, Marcus, what you good at, Gunner, we all come together and we create something to where we change our children's lives.
Right.
I think that's what we have to do. That's just my opinion. How it's going to happen, I don't know. Because everybody's shooting for the same thing. But if there was a way we can get there and reach there together, man, I think that'd be a beast.
You get there like this. Yes. Bringing the conversation up. Like, here's the how.
Right.
It's will you put the effort in? I wanted to bring up something with the UCLA and Lonzo. They speak on Darren Fox cooking him, right? And I'm like, I get really frustrated because his mother had that situation.
Yeah, exactly.
And it's like, you guys just float right over that. I know they probably don't want to talk about it or however or whatever, but it's like, I just hate it because it's not like he went in there and he cooked them. It's like, it was like, Lonzo wasn't in his right mind. Like, we can all agree to that. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I lost my mother. But if I had just say I had a serious job interview, I was coming up for a promotion or something, and you just called me right before I walked through the door, my mind is not even in this space. Like, you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So when they talk about that, it's like, y'all, for me, y'all disrespecting the family. And it's like, y'all ain't even got no heat from LaVar Ball. He just let y'all say what y'all say, and he go do him. Y'all won't. Let me tell you this: since LaVar Ball, so they say, has been quiet, it's like every other day they say his name. Like, and I'm talking about on Fumble. Fumble used to bash LaVar Ball, and they kind of still do. And that little funny looking black chick up there, she stayed trying to bash LaVar Ball. It's like, shut up. You know what I'm saying? Like, calm down, because when you they do everything like ESPN. They'll give somebody props, and then they'll kind of doo-doo on LaVar Ball.
Yeah.
I was trying to watch my language.
No, I got you, man. I got you.
When I do my own thing, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Do the same thing, and
I appreciate that. I got you.
So, but because sometimes when I think about it, I do get frustrated. You know what I mean? But at the same time, my frustration actually subsides very quickly because I know they're a strong family. They're together. You can't take an L over there. LaVar already won. LaMelo, Lonzo, even LiAngelo. I get it. He made that mistake in China. You know what I'm saying? But I think it's more to it than that. I feel like he just got caught up into some. I feel like some of his homies was like, and then because it's him, it's like, well, let's put a bigger light on that. So I'm not, so I don't know. You know what I mean? Shout out to LiAngelo. I'm praying he get into the league. You feel me?
Exactly. You know what I think, man? When I think about LaVar, man, I think like this. I coach sports in Cali all my life. Basically, when my son was 6, he started flag football in LA. So we did that. Then when he was 7, we did Pop Warner until he broke his femur. Then he came back and played again. Then we went to high school. I coached him. He played traveling baseball. But LeVar taught me one thing. I did all of those things with my son, but he showed me some things that I never did. And today I'm learning as my son is 26. Hey, son, how are you doing today? How was your day? Hey, what's going on with you, man? How's your music going? You know, and the reason I'm doing that because I watched him cook breakfast for his sons. I enjoyed the sports part, trying to take or push my son somewhere that it was not his destiny. But in all that, there were some other intangibles that I missed. So when I watch LeVar cook breakfast, talking to his sons, sitting them down, I'm like, okay, it's not too late. I still can go back and do some of these things. Go ahead, guys. Sorry for cutting you off, Gunner.
No, it's cool. It's cool. Now, click here anytime. I was just saying, like, no, I wasn't even gonna say anything to that effect. I was just saying that it was just like cool because, like, even though Joe's not in the NBA, he's still a millionaire. Like, he's still making money off them G3s. So
Jello,
yeah,
my
Jello.
man got his own shoe.
yeah, he got his own house, like, too. So it's like I just think
really? I didn't know that.
He bought him his own spot in Chino Hills. It's mansion.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. If I'm Jello, I'm staying with moms and pops. I'm in the mansion, bro. I'm in the mansion.
That house too big not to be occupied space.
I'm getting on Pops' nerves. Pops,
but he got to look at the pictures in the foyer every day. That's the problem.
You get me to the NBA, I get out the house, Pops. You know what it is. That's the deal if I'm Jello.
Right.
No, but I think he going though. Truth be told, I think he going. And even if he don't, he still won. You feel me?
Right. Exactly.
He still won. You feel me?
Yeah, because he scored more than either brother in high school. He was the second leading scorer in the nation. Or
he was pushing everything out the way, bro. Yeah. Like I'm one of the few people I didn't see some all their stuff, all their content, you know.
Right.
And I'm gonna be honest, Gunna Boy, you might know him. Oprah. You ever seen some of his stuff? Oprah Syverson? Yeah.
Oprah Syverson. I think I've heard of him, but I don't really know him like that.
Well,
I know who he is. I know who
he is. Years ago, he put me on. Well, just watching his video, he was like, "Oh my god!" It was like 3 brothers, and he was watching the highlights, and he was like, "Yeah, you know, we're gonna check it out, and this is that and the other, you know." And that's what got me onto the Ball family because here I am watching Lonzo, and I'm saying, "Okay, it's a lot of light skinned dudes on here," and then I'm saying, "Okay, we got Eli, the darkest brother on the team, dunking on everything." You know what I'm saying? And LaMelo, as little as can be, is crazy. I'm 36. All right. So how long Lonzo been in the league? What, this is 4th year, right?
Yeah, it's going on. This is
yeah.
So we go back like what, like 6 years?
Yeah.
So since the Ball name kind of just once we found out about the Ball family, all eyes was on them. You know what I mean? So we all could probably agree once anything happened like that, the vultures come and the people come to distract you and to do all these different things. If anybody grew up in the church, you already know the spill when it comes to that.
Yes,
so all you can do is what? You have faith in what you truly believe.
Yes.
Because if you go off of that, and if LeVar Ball, anytime if he would have went off of that, anytime if he would have got a paycheck or had a conversation that just didn't fit his criteria, we would have knew about it. They would have threw him under the bus, and there would have been nobody in the NBA like that.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's how you know this man is a stand-up dude, and his family is stand-up. You know what I mean? That's why I got to support the whole family.
And you're 100% right. And that's what I was saying, Rob, and everybody else, is that when you have a man and you can't find dirt on him, because in the country we live in now, they can find dirt on anybody in any second. But you can't find dirt on him as cheating on his wife.
Got dirt on me right now. Get that dirt off.
Come on. You can't find it. And because they can't find dirt, they're having a problem. You know, that man.
Or they try to create dirt, you know.
Come on.
Ogre, whatever name, Molly, whatever her name is.
Exactly.
You know, when he made that comment about you can, what do you say? You can, whatever.
She was like, can I ask you a question? Look, this is how the conversation went, because I want to beat up everybody in that panel, right?
But ain't that Jalen Rose's wife?
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
say. Now I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Mark. I didn't know what you're talking about. Go ahead. He said, did he freeze? Well, because he said he was going to light everybody up in the panel.
Yeah. Yo, Mark,
I think he froze.
He probably froze.
Yeah, I think he froze. Yeah. Hey, let me ask y'all a question until he come back. What do y'all think about Donald Trump starting his own social media company?
It's crazy.
This is the first I'm hearing of it, but it don't surprise me.
I ain't never heard of it.
Oh yeah, he said, I think that's dangerous, man. I think there we go. I think that's dangerous.
Respectful. They booted me right out.
Yeah.
No, they booted me right out. And I was
you about to go in.
Yeah, a little bit. All right, I'm listening to y'all.
No, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
Yeah, the little goofy situation with the white girl. Jalen Rose is kind of trying to get back into good graces, but that day when that happened, we can switch gears anytime.
No, go ahead.
I had to go back. I had to go back and listen to all the times he said that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? And it's like, come on, we talk about LeVar Ball like he won't bang on a white girl, like he won't tell a white girl to stay in your lane. Okay, I didn't come here for you. Like we know how this man is. So it's like I didn't like the fact that Jalen Rose was like, well, I wasn't there, and this is that and the other, and that's my wife, and I gotta trust my white wife. You know what I'm saying? LeVar Ball got a white wife too. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And it's not even about that, but it's like even you can look at her and her demeanor. Yeah. It's not all right. It look like we can come around her and we family. Right. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, she set him up for that though, man. Because if you know his character and his personality, he didn't say what he said. What did he say? What was this, Ron? Oh, we can switch gears anytime.
Yeah.
How does all young men in here? How does switch gears mean like sound like I want to hit you?
You gotta say it with bad intent, and you can hear bad intent,
right?
And so. For an example, right? Because it's some look. I've been I just got off work, so I'm gonna go ahead and get it in a little bit. Right. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of stupid people in this world. Not to condemn stupid people, but there is stupid people.
Yeah.
If you can't understand what I'm saying, you can understand what I'm saying from the intent in my voice.
Yes.
Right? I don't feel like he said, hey, you know what I'm saying? We can switch gears in any time. I feel like he didn't say it with no intent of flirtatious type of deal. You know what I'm saying? So I don't like that. I feel like what's her name should have spoke up on that. He should have told his wife to slow it down, shut up. You talking to one of the girls. You know what I'm saying? Like if it was me, I would have been like, who? He said, what? Bitch, you better switch gears with him. What are you talking about? This is LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But we know
he said crazy stuff. Like he invited Stephen A. to his house to cook him a dinner and all this stuff.
And then after he said it, he was like, come on. Ask me the question. This is what he said. That's what bothers me about it.
Because they wanted to create a narrative that suggests he's a dirty old man. That's why she did it. First of all, that's why they had her on the show. And that's another thing that bothers me. I'm not a socialist or anything or against women, but like they say, women can go into the male locker room, but the man can't go into the female locker room. So what you're doing when you have those type of situations and you don't understand culture, because to me, that was all about culture. And because you don't understand culture, you took a man saying, let's switch. Okay, come on, let's switch gears. As though he's trying to be flirtatious. Then Jalen comes out and said, hey, LaMelo, now since he's big time, LaMelo is my nephew. I'm confused.
No, he's trying to get back in good graces. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to be honest. I go to work every day. I barely can say anything. I can tell you 5 words right now. If you got a perverted mind, you're going to think something perverted. I'm not going to say those words, but I'm just saying, if you got a perverted mind, you're going to think something. So I'll be at work. I may say something.
Right.
I'm going to be honest. It's probably like 7 other black people in a place where I live. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yet again, has nothing to do with it. But in that situation, he wasn't talking to a black woman. Because guess what a black woman would have did? Switch gears with him. Okay, let's go ahead and get this conversation going. That was planned out.
That's why I say it was a cultural thing, because she didn't understand. And that again, but I'm gonna tell you this, like I Come in Peace said, old media is paying a price because of new media. I remember when old media took the name Airbnb, and I heard LaMelo say, "Oh no, I'm not with that name," because he thought they gave it to him. But I think when either 3-point conversion talked to him and let him know that came for your social media family, he said, "Oh yeah, I'm with that. I'm good." So that tells you. Somebody sent me something yesterday. Another guy who just started, and what he was saying, Jay, watch this. Check this out. Here is your boy, Jalen and Jacoby, and he said he's about to cancel League Pass. Well, guess who's been doing that every time? Everybody on social media say it's so boring, we're going to cancel it. So what they're doing, they're taking the narrative of new media on social media, and they're building the topics of their shows, because there are thousands of individuals now who are into gaming, who are into social media, and they're losing their audience. So guess what? Let me go on with Marcus. Oh, let me go check Robert out. Or let me take Gunner out. Let me take Big J out. What are we going to create for the narrative of our shows? That's why I'm saying there's something we have to do, as you say, to where we're going to pull this all together and we're going to make it work. Because now what's going on, because of what happened with the coronavirus, and I appreciate what Marcus said, this is the time right now for anybody who's a believer and who has faith to dominate in any area that they want to. Because Donald Trump is out of office and there's money floating around. There's grants and everything else. And if we take advantage of it, I'm telling you, we'll be somewhere sitting in our own office doing true media and right media to say things like the Ball family is on point. You know, because there's other families, man. There's other family in sports that we don't talk about. There's what's the kid's name at USC? Armand St. Brown or St. Ross, something. The receiver. Their dad used to be a bodybuilder, and their dad has one in the NFL and two in college. So there's a lot of people.
My bad. I'll just say I like the Sanders brothers because Deion's like my favorite old school athlete.
Yes,
just the swag, the talent. He can do baseball, football, kind of like Bo Jackson. Yeah,
exactly. So there's other people, and they didn't have the social media platform. So now that's why I said social media have become the big brother to anyone who's doing something particular, necessary, and that's bringing a change. That's why I showed that clip earlier that LaMelo Ball has brought a change, because when you add 2.6 million people in Australia who were never social media individuals following him now on Facebook, Ball in the Family was one of the biggest shows on Facebook. Nobody talks about it. And the funny thing is, everyone who talks about him watched his shows because they can tell you with new media what his shows were saying. Old media, I'm sorry. So they watched. It's just what they didn't want to receive or what they didn't want to have, you know? Hey, so gentlemen, we're going to get ready to sign off, but let me know what day is good for you so we can all come back on and we'll do it again.
Friday is good for
me. I'm open
to
anything.
Okay, so what about you, Mark?
Oh man, I'm the only person that's kind of crazy. I'm gonna be real.
Okay.
Because I'm trying to get a schedule for my gaming stuff. You know what I'm saying? And because I work like every day, and I'm only off Monday.
Okay.
You know what I mean? During the week, but yeah.
This time of
I
night
don't
is
even
better
know.
anyway. Right.
Yeah, if it's late,
I mean,
if it's low
as
key,
I'm concerned, whatever you said is cool with me.
Okay. So
you said
we're gonna
Monday?
We can do it Mondays. We're gonna do it a couple of times a week, so they give everybody opportunity.
No, if go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I'm listening, bro.
If I'm allowed to come on here and chop it up with you, because I do watch. I mean, since I've been following you and subscribed, I watch all your videos. You know what I mean? I am a fan of new media. And before it was new media, it was DJ Raw Cut. But I've been following him for a couple years too. And I'm glad he kind of sent Ticket TV packing. You know what I'm saying? Because he was kind of trash. So I almost want to say that. I really want to get into that later, because these guys, I'm a real respectful dude, but it's just how they went about doing things. You know what I'm saying? Or I'm talking about whatever. But as far as you allow me to come on here and chop it up, yeah, man. I'm only off on Mondays, but if it's late night, I see you on. Yeah, I'm definitely coming to chop it up with you.
So what time we get on tonight? About 9:30?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna keep this platform
a little earlier, I think.
What you say?
It's 12:35 out here.
I see the.
Yeah, my time zone's like an hour.
We've been on about 2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I do, I'm on at 9:00 Pacific Standard Time.
So you said Central?
Pacific.
Pacific. All right, I'm on Central Time.
Okay, so that's 2 hours or one.
I'm 12:35 out here. It's 12.
Oh, I don't want to do that to you guys.
No. You good, bro? I be working, bro. I'm all about the grind. I got a lot of digital. This is kind of what I do. So no, we good.
Yeah. So man, tell me how we can support your gaming channel, because I'm growing fast from the YouTube thing. We only been at it about 3 weeks and it's growing.
No, real talk, bro. Anybody want to? It's my channel name is Botox Gaming. BOTOX.
Put it in the room, Doc, so I can copy it. Yeah, so I can copy it.
Yeah, just Facebook gaming. Go on there. Shoot me a follow, like it. But and I've been grinding that out for a little minute. And yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we want to help each other, man, any way I can. Like I said, I've been doing it for about a couple of months, but it's growing quick. We'll be at 2,000 subs in about 15 days. So it's growing. People are gravitating to it.
Oh man,
go ahead, Mark.
I'm gonna put you on all of what I got going on. Like, I don't want to, I ain't gonna get into me, but I'm gaming currently, but I got a couple of whatever I do, I'm gonna get the sharing stuff. You know what I mean? Like, I'm all about like the support. You know what I mean? I appreciate you allowing me. Come on, you know what I'm saying? I could have been a troll or something. You know what I'm saying? You would have been like, yo, dude.
I get it all the time, bro. I get it all the time.
Feel me?
Yeah, but you know what I do? I believe anything you keep positive and you give people positivity, no matter what they're doing to you, you can either make it palpable, tie it around you and wear it and make it negative, or you can make it ecstatic to still say, man, what's up? Appreciate you. Good luck. Have a great day. Like I said, I'm like LeVar. I'm always going to respond. I'm never going to react.
Yeah.
Because we all need each other. Bro.
You hit that lotto.
Yeah.
you gonna react if you hit that lotto.
Rob gonna say, where Big J at? Oh, this nigga run the lotto. We know that's why he ain't here. Yeah, so what we'll do, man, we'll do it 3 days a week. And if you got a channel, man, make sure you drop your link in the room. Go ahead.
Oh yeah, and also not to forget, I'm about to start my channel too. I had some videos, but I'm just decided to like just revamp. I have like 1 or 2 left, but I don't know if
whatever help you need, bro, with Canva, whatever you're doing. I've been doing social media from a church perspective a long time. So whatever you need, let me know, man. I have a blog that I've been writing. See, that's how I'm getting I have over 200,000 readers on my Christian blog. So I let me know, man. If you need help, I'm willing, bro. I'll walk you through it. It's not a problem.
Yo, thank you. Like if you can find a way to link up or like, cause like, how do you like talking, like email or something or text or Instagram? Like, yeah, we can work that out later. But
hit my Instagram, the same thing, Big J, and just DM me.
I will. For real,
Big J, let's talk. Yep.
Yeah, it's my name's the same thing. But yeah, just go ahead, go and follow Gunna Boy.
Twitter, all of them the same thing.
Yeah, because I'm trying to like starting to react to like videos and like sports stuff, and I'm trying to see how you get the actual film of the game in there and highlight it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's actually a program that I use called Movie AVI. It's free.
Really?
Movie AVI.
Oh, definitely.
And what else I use? I use the free program because I have a MacBook called 4K Video Downloader. So any link that you find of a movie or of a video, you take it and you put it in 4K downloader. Then that's going to take it and make it an actual movie, an MP4. Then you drop it in Movie AVI and you chop it up and you edit it and make it what you want. So then what I do, I never live stream my videos. I do them in recording because I don't mess up.
Right.
Live stream like this, I don't worry about it. But when it comes to my videos, I do them in Movie AVI and I chop everything up.
That's cool. So like, and you can record the actual screen, like if you're watching a video. Movie. So how do you get it? Is it like, do you download the app or you just like?
No, you can download Movie AVI. All right.
Oh, really?
And then the other one you can download is called 4K Video Downloader. For example, if I take the link that we're on right now and I put that link and just click the plus button in 4K Downloader, it's going to download the video. and it's going to make it an MP4 that I can drag and drop it to movie AVI.
Yo, that's amazing, yo. Thank you so much for the help. Like, that's
what it's about, man. It's not about me. It's about watch this. Reach one, teach one. So if I can reach somebody and help somebody else, why would I sit here and say, man, don't copy what I'm doing? Don't do my stuff. That's wrong, man. Because none of this belongs to us, man. It's for us, by us, given to us by the Most High God.
That's real.
So what we got to do is help each other. There's no I in team. The acronym for team, together, everyone achieves more.
That's real.
The moment we start saying, oh, why are you doing this? I can embarrass and hurt people, man. I'm 57 years old. I've been doing social media on so many levels with hundreds of thousands of people in other places. I'm a bass player. I got another site for that. So I'm like, somebody asked me, I'm like, man, I ain't copying you. I've been doing this forever, bro. But what I do, I let you have your Cheerios so you'll feel good. But I don't need to do that.
People kind of I know you're trying to get off, but real quick, I don't know.
Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
You said a lot right there. I'll chime in super quick on the like software and you working on you having a channel. I mean, just do research on like OBS software.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Just I'll just say that. Then that'll take you into everything else you'll need to get into if you wanted to learn anything else. Because
well, since you own that, Marcus, I have Wirecast that I use and not OBS. So if anybody has a Mac and you want a copy of Wirecast and install it so you can do it the professional way, I'm gonna say it like this. I got to talk Ebonics on up. And if you do need a copy, go to my DM and Instagram, and I'll hook you up.
All right.
Yeah, but no, Wirecast is what I use for all my outside of StreamYard. What I use for my my YouTube, everything you see is done in Wirecast. That's why I have those lower thirds there and all that stuff, to where I can do lower thirds and different shots and different things. Wirecast is a professional video program that most programmers use when you do like the Lakers games and stuff like that. OBS is good too. OBS is good. It is for free software, but OBS is good. But I use Wirecast. Yeah, that's what I told the person. I said, man, I've been using Wirecast for the last 7 to 8 years. That's a $1,400 program. What you talking about? So I just let it go, man. So no, Marcus. What Marcus is telling you to learn, and before you can get to Wirecast, grab you OBS, because it's hard. It's not harder to use, but you'll learn all the fundamentals first. Because when you get wired, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I just got a little thing like Filmora. That's what I used to like.
Yeah, that's good too.
Record. Yeah, that's, that's what I'm saying.
I have a way of I go and create everything in Canva. After I create my thumbnails in Canva, because you know thumbnails matter with YouTube. Then what I do is I have my own intros that I created. I have 3 of them. So I use my intros, different days. I use the thumbnail, and then what I do, I go into Wirecast and I record my video for that particular day or whatever I'm doing it. Then I come into Movie AVI and edit it. Where mistakes I made, I can edit and chop it. Nobody knows. Yeah, so that's how I do it. It's all everybody's doing the same thing, man. You know, we're all trying to get to the same place. Like Marcus said, and Rob said, why would I try to prolong a young man who's trying to get there too? You know, and that's what I learned from LeVar Ball. LeVar Ball said this in one of his videos. He said, you know what? My friends' sons that grew up with them, we want them to achieve too. All I'm asking them to do is get an education so they'll feel good about themselves, and we'll make sure that they can eat also. So for me to be able to say, this mine like a kid in the playground that don't want to share his toys, I'm never doing that, man. I'm blessed by helping somebody else. I'm blessed by us being on here tonight. What do you mean? YouTube paying you something? No. I'm just blessed because I get to meet other stellar men with the same mentality and the same ideas, and we're saying, come together, let's break bread. Let's get this thing going to a new level. I want to learn gaming. So when Marcus learned gaming, hey, that's another avenue, because gaming is one of the biggest social media things right now. So I definitely want to. Will I be good at it? I don't know, but I want to learn it. Anything that's going to bridge the gap to economic achievement, I'm learning.
People just love people nowadays. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
Like once people start following somebody they love, you know, they kind of support you, but it ain't about the support, you know.
Right.
Yeah. But
if you see, I don't have a Cash App down there. That's not why I'm doing this.
Right.
I'm doing this because this is meeting new people who are in the same realm of understanding, who are trying to go somewhere. TV is boring to me. I don't like TV because watch this. I can't communicate with the TV. I can't talk to Robert through the TV. But on here, I can meet Rob. I know he went to Pasadena. He know where I'm from, what's going on. We might meet somebody. I met Gunner, you know what I'm saying, Marcus. This is totally different. And if the Lord's will, man, it's going to grow even bigger than this. So if we do have to put dollars in it, we can have a big old screen just big with everybody. So then one day we do it on your channel, Gunner. You still coming here, hey, we all going to Gunner channel. Or we all going to Rob channel. You know, if I got to do it for you, I'm going to do it. I don't have a problem. That's the key.
Now y'all about to make me step my game up and get my channel up and running. I usually just watch the videos and that's it. So I got to step my game up.
Yeah, man. Let me know, Rob. I'll help you. Whatever you need to do. I'll show you how to monetize it brand your channel before you even create it. Make sure you brand it. Go to YouTube channel and make sure your channel is branded when you start.
Oh, yeah.
So when you monetize, you can make money before.
You know, sir. This conversation itself, you know, like granted, we could have been talking about anything in the world, but it's interesting to me because like I said, I'm living in a different place for where I'm born and raised. Now, I'm born and raised in Las Vegas. You know what I mean? So
all right.
It's a real interesting place itself, unless you're born and raised there or you got family in California or on the West Coast, whatever. But like where I live now, there's like, you know, almost no black people, right? So it's like right now, the black people I have in my house, just in the live, is probably more in about, you know, probably not in my town right now.
You're in North Dakota, are you? North or South Dakota, are you?
No, I'm in the Midwest, but it's just interesting. You know, I love everybody. I love everybody, but I gotta usually, you know, sometimes obvious things like that is interesting. But you know, I say that to say people just has to travel. They got to do some things. You know, it's not the first time I've ever been out of Las Vegas, but I just say that to say sometimes, you know, the reality that you in, you know what I mean? You leave, you do things, you learn, you know, you figure things out, you work hard, and sometimes you look back and you're like, wow, you know what I'm saying? Things was I don't know, my mic got super loud for a second. That was weird.
No, it was straight to us.
Yeah, no, my end. I don't know why.
Okay.
That was strange right there. But yeah, man, I know you ain't gonna be here all night, man. I'll let you I'm gonna just check it out.
What's the date? So Friday, we'll be on Friday about 9 o'clock, 9:30. All right. So make sure everybody try to bring a topic so we can keep it flowing. All right. I appreciate y'all, gentlemen. Nice meeting everybody, man.
Hey, nice to meet you too. If we can exchange emails,
I've been here a lot of years. I got a lot of topics we can talk about.
Yeah, Gunner boy, Robert, you look comfortable as hell.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
How can we do the emails? Because I don't want the trollers.
I didn't hear you. What say?
We try to do the
No, I said Robert. I said you look comfortable as hell.
Yeah, he is.
You look comfortable. You look
I'm being lazy and I'm laying down, man.
Yeah,
I'm not mad at you.
I'm laying down.
I'm not mad.
No, bring the topics, man.
Hey, that's what happens when you get my age. You got to lay down and take a few naps.
Hey, trust me, brother. I know.
Look, I'm like, for me, like the streams, like I'll forever just like I do other things like my music and whatever. But my name is Marcus. That's how you go follow me. You go follow me on Facebook.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like my channel, like right now I'm using on YouTube. You go follow me on that. You know what I mean? So like trolls and stuff like that. Like, bro, when you have a 6ix9ine running around here doing what he do, like what we do here, like ain't nobody worried about us. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nobody, like, and I'm not worried about them because this is gonna happen regardless, bro.
Yeah. I come in peace, said he said, peace out. See you brothers Friday for sure, man. Come on with us. I come in peace. We want to hear from you, brother.
Well, Friday
we're just coming in. Yep, Friday.
That's what's up.
Yeah, Friday.
Now, Friday cool for me. You know what I'm saying? Like I just get home. I work late Friday. Damn, I work super late Friday.
Right. So if you go into my about section on my YouTube, you'll see all my links. And just click one of those links, hit me up a DM, Instagram, and let's do it that way, or Twitter. Either way, I got you, brothers.
All right, man.
All right.
Thank you, man.
Peace out, man. Everybody have a good one, brothers.
All right.
All right, now.
Peace out.
All right, you too. It's a pleasure meeting you, brothers, man.
You too,
All
man.
right.